Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you the new video. Today is Sunday, June 29th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Texas Rangers. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Sunday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, the best catcher in baseball, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And on the right, right fielder for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, catching today for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, playing first base for Seattle, Luke Raley. Batting fifth, playing left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting sixth, playing right field, Dominic Canzone. Batting seventh, catching today for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. Batting eighth, playing second base, Cole Young. And batting ninth, playing third base, Ben Williamson. And on the mound for the Mariners with a 4-5 record and ERA of 3.69, it is La Piedra, Luis Castillo. And he's been giving up a lot of homers lately, like 8-9 homers in the last 5 starts. So, we're a little concerned, but hopefully the bats will come alive, even if he gives up a couple, and we can get that magic number, 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. We end up getting that, we win the game. And not only that, we win the series. All right, baby. Now let's get into the starting lineups here for the Texas Rangers. Leading off for the Rangers at first base, Josh Smith. Batting second, playing shortstop, Corey Seager. Batting third, playing second base, Marcus Semien. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth, catching today for the Rangers, Jonah Heim. Batting sixth, playing center field, Evan Carter. Batting seventh, playing third base, Josh Young. Batting eighth, playing left field, Alejandro Osuna. And batting ninth, DHing today for the Rangers, Kyle Higashioka. And on the mound for the Rangers with a 4-5 record and ERA of 4.55, it is Jack Leiter. All right, baby, let's get going. Let me get all situated here with a few more of my screens. Got to make sure we get all the stats and the analytics, multiple screens up. 1 sec here. And we should have first pitch here in roughly about a minute or two. Let's go, baby. And we're going to be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 50 or more overall, and 100 in the donos on every single stream. Let's get it, baby. Let's win the series. And again, this is a must-win game for us because we got a 4-game set, at T-Mobile against the Royals. And with Bobby Witt Jr., even if their record, is above 500 or below 500, they always play us well. So again, it's going to be very crucial to try to win 3 out of 4 against the Royals, but realistically, it'll probably be a split. But I'm hoping that we can win the series here, and if we can win the series here, we should have a good chance winning 3 out of 4. If we lose today and only win 1 out of 3 against the Rangers, we're probably only going to win 2 out of 2 or 1 out of 3 against the Royals unless the bats get hot at home, and hopefully they will. Let's go, baby. All day in the building. Let's go. Let's win the series today. And I feel good. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is the amount of home runs that La Piedra, Luis Castillo, has given up in his last 5 starts, 8, 9 homers. So, that is a little concerning, but as long as the home runs or solo jacks, we'll be just fine. It gets us into trouble when they end up being 2-run bombs like Corey Seager yesterday, 3-run jacks or grand salamis. If the bats don't come alive and we have a couple of those, we're done. So we need to make sure that we get a couple guys homering today, and hopefully Big Dumper Cal Raleigh will get home run number 33 today, maybe even home run number 34. We're going to need it. And again, I know it's a little bit of an early start for some of us here in the Pacific Northwest. We have a heat wave coming through. It's going to be 90 today. 92, I think, tomorrow, and then 86 to 88 on Tuesday. So AC is going to be on early and often. Took my pup on 2 walks already, even though it's only 11:30 a.m. at this point, because I wanted to make sure that, she got the exercise before it got too hot out there. We got to enjoy ourselves with that nice nature walk, and I'm ready for a Mariners win. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. A little bit of a heartbreaking loss yesterday. We should have won that. And again, should have stuck with Matt Brash. I know Munoz is our closer, but again, in the last few outings, Munoz has been a little shaky like Gabe Spire. And again, sometimes you have to recognize, who's hot and who's not, and you might have to pivot. And again, it would have been smarter to go with Brash, in back-to-back innings. He's the most reliable guy that we have on the team. And, they decided to go with Munoz, who is our normal closer, right? And most of the time, I would say 8 times, out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, he gets the job done, but didn't get the job done yesterday and cost us the game. So we'll see where this one, plays out here. And it's been a very interesting series, here with this particular team. We started them at the beginning of the year and we won 5-3 in April, then 9-2. 3-1, obviously, early in the season. And then obviously on my birthday, we ended up winning 13-1, and that was the Brian Wu matchup there, which was great. 2-1, and then the Rangers won game 3, 8-1. And obviously we're here in the end part here. We still got a few more matchups before the season series is over, but we won 7-6 in 12 innings. Yesterday lost 3-2 in extras and 10. And let's see if we can actually end a game before going into extra innings here today, but it could go extras. Would not shock me one bit. Get these screens formatted for the right size. All right, Jack Leiter. Cool kid in the building. What's good? 11 likes. I like that, baby. With the amount of people that we got in the room. And again, I feel that, we're starting to turn a little bit of a corner, and we've been getting a lot of support, which is great. We only need 86 subs to get to 21,000. We might be able to get that in a few days. Yesterday was a good day, almost 15 subs yesterday. So, we're hitting good numbers. 50 likes is, kind of the bare minimum. And then once we start doing that, 60 likes, then 70, 75, and then eventually, hopefully we'll get to that 100 number on a consistent basis. All right, baby. Here we go. I am ready for this matchup. And a quick shout out to my boy Chase Elliott for winning yesterday in his hometown track. It's been a long time. 40 plus races before Chase ended up winning a race. Nice to be able to see you win Bowman Gray at the beginning of the year. Exhibition race before the Daytona 500. But this was pretty fucking amazing. Nice job, Chase Elliott, my favorite driver, getting it done. All right, first pitch to J.P. Crawford. High and away with that four-seam fastball. 1-0 count. Leiter, 4-5 record with an ERA of 4.55. We should be able to get 1 to 3 runs, within the first 5 innings, you would assume. 1-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle by J.P. Crawford. 1 ball and 1 strike to J.P. 1-1 pitch, fouled off down the middle again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. And we need J.P. to get on early and often. When J.P. gets a hit in his first 2 at-bats, or at least his first at-bat, it definitely sets the tone on how the game is going to go. And when JP gets on, there's a very high probability that Julio, Cal, or someone else will knock him in. But lately, JP has not been able to get on base in his first at-bat as JP strikes out. 1 away. Come on, JP. Second at-bat, you got to do it. Let's go. Drop the bunt down. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. Top of the first inning, 0-0. Leiter on the mound, Julio in the box. And I would love for a early home run, an early dinger to kind of set the tone. Obviously, you'll take a solo jack out of Julio and Cal, but if you can get somebody on base and make it a 2-run jack or a 3-run jack in the first or second inning, it's very intimidating, when you end up having something that soon, in the matchup. First pitch to Julio, and nice job. He connects on that ball, and I love it. Right into left field. Nice single by Julio. And can we make it happen? Trident's up. Can we get Cal to go yard so we can go up 2-0? Let's go, big dumper. Let's go, Cal. First pitch, low and away. 4-seam fastball. 1-0 count to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Been stuck at 32 homers for a little bit. We want to make sure we can try to get to that, home run number 33. If he doesn't hit a homer today, he will hit one in the Royals series. He might hit a couple. So we're going to be coming back home against a team that has been up and down this season with the Royals. Not as dominant as they have been in years past, but definitely up for the challenge. And I know we'll play up to the competition, not play down. So I'm excited for that. And then we have the Pittsburgh Pirates after that. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle from Leiter. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Raleigh. 1-1 pitch in play. Drop Cal. Yes, there we go. My boy, Cal Raleigh getting it done. Now we got a single by Julio to left, a single by Cal Raleigh to right, and we got runners at first and second. And it shows you if we would have had JP get on base, even with a bunt or a walk, we would be up 1-0 right now, more than likely. Or it would be bases loaded for Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. We need you, baby. We know you can hustle, and hopefully we can get something special here. RBI single, RBI double, a single to get bases loaded. Again, but we just have to get it done. First pitch from Jack Leiter to Luke Raley. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Come on, Luke. Runners at first and second here in the top of the first. We're threatening already. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Luke Raley, behind in the count 0-2. And he'll get his dirty uniform, and it don't matter. It'll be first inning, third inning, fifth inning. The guy loves to hustle, and that's the type of player that we like to have on the broadcast and on the squad. Let's go, Luke. 0-2 pitch, low and away. Good eye right there by Luke, not getting too overly aggressive. Let's go, baby. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Raley. And with 1 swing, it could be 3-0. Come on, Luke. You are due. Captain in the building. What's good? Natman in the building. What's good? I watched it, and I went to take Paisley on a walk, and I got back just in time to be able to see Chase Elliott end up getting the win. And that's great. First win in 40-plus races. 20th win of his career. Many more to come in play. And Luke Raley pops out to third, unfortunately there, 2 away. See if Randy can be a hero here early. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Come on, Randy. I don't really expect homers out of Randy, but that would be great if he could do it. But just getting us on the board early would be fantastic. Let's go, Randy. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and we're great with 2 outs. We're not afraid. First pitch, fouled off by that slider, 87 miles an hour by Jack Leiter, 0-1 count. But, Chase obviously won the first race of the year, the exhibition race at Bowman Gray, a week before the Daytona 500, but it didn't count for points as an official race. And so it's nice for him to be able to win at his hometown track there in Atlanta. And he obviously punches his ticket into the playoff. And hopefully he'll be able to win one or two more. And, I'm hoping he can make the Final Four, but that's going to be very, very tough. There's been a couple drivers at the top that have won 3 races, a lot of people that have won 1. So we'll kind of see where it plays out, but really happy for Chase, and I know he was too. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away, behind the count, 0-2 from Leiter to Arozarena. Top of the first inning, runners at first and second with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch. And big strikeout swinging by Randy Arozarena, but at least we ended up getting Julio and Cal on board early, which is a good sign. And then hopefully we can get others around Julio and Cal, JP, Rayleigh, Randy, to be able to help them get those guys to come home. And hopefully we'll be able to do that, within the next, couple innings. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for the Rangers. On the mound for the Mariners, La Piedra, 4-5 record, just like Leiter. ERA slightly lower, 3.69 for Luis Castillo. Now, again, he's given up about 8-9 homers in the last 5 starts, which is a little concerning. 2 homer average per game. So hopefully he doesn't give up the homers, but if he does, we have to pray that they're just solo dingers and he gives up 3 runs or less. If he does that, we should be able to win this game. Leading off for the Rangers, first baseman Josh Smith. Batting second, shortstop that has homers in back-to-back games, Corey Seager. Can't have him homer in 3 games in a row. And batting third, second baseman Marcus Semien. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Yeah, that one wreck, man, that was insane. That was like 20 plus cars in just one wreck. Yeah, wild. And again, if that wreck doesn't happen, or a couple of those big wrecks that involve 10, 15, 20 cars, half of the field, maybe Chase doesn't win. Maybe he doesn't, get into a position to be able to pass Brad, at the end of the race. And again, Chase has been close a few different times, and he can get you top 5s and top 10s all day. But it kind of feels like William Byron and Kyle Larson can get more wins lately within the last few years, since Chase won the championship. Quite a few years back. But, again, at some point, if you're consistent enough with top 5 and top 10s, eventually a blind squirrel's got to get that nut, right? And you feel that he's going to get the win at some point. And definitely happy for Chase, career win number 20. And hopefully he'll be able to get many more before he retires. First pitch from Luis Castillo to Josh Smith. Takes a strike looking high and away. 4-seam fastball, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Misses the strike zone by 2 feet with that 4-seam fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Smith. 1-1 pitch, high and away. Sinker outside of the zone, 4 feet off the plate. Come on, Louise. 2 balls and 1 strike from Castillo to Smith. Yeah, that actually was one of the best wrecks that I've seen in quite some time. And obviously, if your favorite driver got caught up in it, you knew your chances of trying to probably win the race at that point were over. But that's a part of NASCAR that we love, is the wrecks. So not only just the drafting and, obviously the nice passes, towards the end and the photo finishes. And Smith with a nice base hit into left. And they're on board here early. Just like Julio, same location there. Into left field. Randy Arozarena throws it into the infield. All right, here we go. Next up is shortstop Corey Seager. Can't give up a bomb here. First pitch, high and away. Takes a strike looking on the line. 0-1 count. Let's go, Louise. Oh, 1 pitch, low and at the knees with the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Seager. 41-42 record for the Rangers, 24-17 at home. And then the Seattle Mariners right now are 42-40, 22-21 away. But again, we had a point where we won 9 series in a row where we were 8 games above 500. But that was quite a while back. And the Astros have been the hottest team in baseball for a month, just like the Mariners were prior to that. And we're looking up in the standings, but I know we can catch up. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Seager. Career versus Luis Castillo, 222 average, 4 for 18. So not the greatest average there, but still able to get a hit. And he's already proven that he can homer against the Mariners. Did it in game 1 with a solo dinger and a 2-run jack that ended up being the game winner, for the Rangers yesterday. And Seager grounds out to first and got him. 1 away. Nice little flip there and tag. Nice job by Luke Raley. 1 away. Runner advances to second. Josh Smith. Next up, second baseman Marcus Semien. Let's see if we can get a double play here and get out of the inning.
Oh my God.
Let's go, Louise. Let them know. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 to 100 likes before the stream ends. And we're obviously shooting for 100 in the donos on every single stream. Good start here. And we should be at 20 likes within a couple minutes. First pitch from Castillo to Semien. Fouled off right down the middle. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Low and away with the slider from Castillo. 1 ball and 1 strike to Marcus Semien. Career versus Luis Castillo, 250 average, 4 for 16 and a homer. So slightly better than Corey Seager, but definitely a guy that we know we can get out. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off high and inside. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour by La Piedra. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 out. Castillo on the mound. Marcus Semien in the box. Yeah, it's been a minute, man, since we've seen big wrecks that have involved, 15 plus cars multiple times in a race. Pretty cool to see, but again, if your favorite driver gets caught in that, not ideal, but definitely an exciting piece of that race yesterday in Atlanta. 1-2 pitch, low and away with that slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Semien. And hopefully that'll start a nice hot streak for Chase, and he can end up winning 1 or 2 more before the playoffs is all said and done, and he can make the Final 4. But that'll be a tough task. Semien and pops up to JP. He is there. There he is. 2 away. All right, here we go. Next up, right fielder Adolis Garcia. Bottom of the first inning with a runner at second, Josh Smith, with 2 outs. Garcia in the box, Luis Castillo on the mound. First pitch, high and away with the 4-seam fastball, 1-0 count. And you can definitely tell Luis normally likes to test, hitters and go right down the middle. But again, if you're going to try to throw through the hitter, but they're not afraid of you and they get good contact in you, that's, kind of part of the reason why he's been giving up a lot of homers, and he's being a little bit more cautious in this start here today, you can tell. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Castillo to Garcia. Yeah, Christopher Bell is having a great fucking year. Good for him, too. It's nice to be able to see, individuals that might not be the most popular, like Chase Elliott, find a way to be able to get the job done. And, Christopher Bell is having an amazing year. And, again, we got a couple guys with 3 wins, a lot of guys with 1. And we're getting kind of close, to the playoffs. And can't wait to see what happens. Bottom of the first, runner at second with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Inside, tries to jam the hitter at the hips. 3 balls and 1 strike from Castillo to Garcia. Pitch fouled off. 3-1 count. Castillo to Garcia. Come on, baby. Bottom of the first inning, runner at second with 2 outs. Castillo on the mound, Adolis Garcia on the box. And we definitely want to make sure we're not giving up any runs this early. 3-1 pitch, and Garcia flies out to Julio, and center field got him. There we go, baby. End of the first inning, we're knotted up at 0. Shallow center for J-Rod, baby. Nice job. Next up, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. Batting second, welcome back to the roster after having a foul tip go off your jaw. MRI came up negative with the fractured jaw. He's back in the lineup. Catcher Mitch Garver. And I know a lot of us were waiting for the Harry Ford call-up if it was more serious for Garv, but hopefully Garv can get at least a hit here today. And batting third, in the 8-hole, second baseman Cole Young. We need good production from the bottom end of the order. That way that it can trickle over to the top of the order with JP, Julio, and Cal. End of the first inning, we're knotted up at 0. Yeah, and I think within the last few years, Larson and Byron have been able to get more wins than Chase. But again, it's all about consistency. And eventually, after those top 5s and top 10s or top 3 finishes, eventually when you get screwed over, the racing gods eventually are going to be able to go into your favor. And it's not like, Chase Elliott, he might be the most popular driver. Is he the best driver? Probably not, in the circuit, but he definitely can hang with anybody. But he's had a little bit of bad luck, and it really all started after that injury, when he ended up doing like the skiing, snowboarding, and then ended up getting hurt. And then that season was a wash. The season after that was kind of a wash. And now you're finally at a point where you're having a full season. And again, I know a lot of drivers like to do a lot of extreme sports in the off season, but when it ends up costing you, money and wins and a championship, sometimes you got to be able to hold back a little bit. And nice to be able to see Chase in the winner's circle, baby. All right, here we go. First pitch from Leiter to Dominic Canzone. High and away, takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. And Leiter, 4-5 record with a 4.55 ERA. So we should hopefully get 1 to 3 runs within the first 5 innings to set the tone. Leiter on the mound, Dominic Canzone in the box. Let's go, Dom. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Leiter misses the strike zone by about 3 feet. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. Dom ended up getting a homer for us yesterday, but it just wasn't enough. Didn't get enough run support from the rest of the squad. 1-1 pitch, high and away. Misses the strike zone again by about 2 to 3 feet with that changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle by Leiter. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. 2-2 pitch, fouled off there. Nice souvenir for that fan. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Leiter to Canzone. Top of the second inning, we're knotted up here at 0. Top of the second, 0-0. Leiter on the mound, Dominic Canzone in the box. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again with that slider, high and away, but in the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. There we go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes. Takes 1 second to hit that like button. We're at 20 now within the first 30 minutes. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Dominic Canzone. 1 away. Here we go. We're at 20, 30 more to go, and we got enough people in the room to hit the 50 likes right now. Next up for the Mariners, catcher Mitch Garver. Had a foul tip go off his jaw, exited the game, and we were really hoping Harry Ford would get the call up because we know Harry Ford at this point, even being a AAA player, has more upside than Mitch Garver does. But, really the only thing we have there for Mitch is that he's just comfortable catching. But offensively, he's not really going to do anything for you. Maybe he'll do something once every 5 to 10 games, but I don't think he's as bad as Dylan Moore in the box, but he's pretty close. And we've seen Donovan Solano turn his season around. We're still waiting for Garver and Dylan Moore to turn theirs around. First pitch, high and inside, fouled off, 0-1 count. Nice job, Captain. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. Come on, Mitch. You never know who's going to be that unexpected hero. Leiter on the mound. Mitch Garver in the box. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. High and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mitch Garver. No. I think that if you're a racing fan, again, if you have some kind of connection to Denny, like you live in his hometown or you've been following him since his beginning of his career, but there isn't really too many, I think, Denny fans that are out there as far as like globally. I feel it's more kind of like a regional thing, but I think that he is a good driver, but do I like him? No. Like I said, everyone has a different type of personality and whatnot, and, driving style. And, and obviously you can gauge, based on interviews, on how they act, are they, respectable, or are they kind of ornery and, get on people's nerves? 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle, and down goes Garver, 2 away. But again, I think he's a good driver, but he's not really my cup of tea. So, I grew up with Dale Earnhardt, and then I obviously loved his son, Dale Jr., because I like father-son combos like Bill Elliott and Chase Elliott, who's my favorite driver now. But yeah, not really a Denny guy, but again, I do think he is a good driver, but just not for me. Next up for the Mariners in the 8-hole, second baseman Cole Young. First pitch fouled off right down the middle, 0-1 count. I think right now Dylan Moore is the worst player on the team, which is crazy because he has 8 home runs early in the year, just like when Polo was hot with 9 home runs in April, batting .384. But it's been a long time since we've seen Dylan Moore do anything productive. It feels like, it's been a couple months. But also, we have to be realistic. He's not an everyday player. He only plays and pinch hits once or twice a game every 4 to 5 games. It's not like we see him every day. So it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're on a slump and they only let you bat once or twice every 4 to 5 games. And that's kind of been the problem. But at this point, I would send Dylan Moore down and bring Harry Ford up, and that would give us another bat and another catcher that we could use. And I know they want Harry to be a full-time player, but we have a logjam of 3 catchers, with Cal Raleigh being the best in MLB, Garver, just being a guy that we have on the team, and then Harry Ford. So 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Young. Top of the second inning, 0-0. Got to get on the board and set the tone. And again, got to get 1 to 3 runs within the first 5 innings. And that way that, if our bullpen, hopefully we don't see Zach Pop out there. Anybody but Zach Pop. But it also shows you, sometimes, guys that are normally trustworthy, sometimes can be a little shaky, like Gabe Spire and Munoz, especially yesterday, blew the game for us. Young, and flies out to center, and that is out number 3. So far, nothing for the Mariners here in the first 2 innings. Let's go to the bottom of the second and see who's up next here for the Rangers. Next up for the Rangers, catching today out of the 5-hole, Jonah Heim. Fire photo, love it. Batting second, center fielder in the 6-hole, Evan Carter. And batting third baseman in the 7-hole, Josh Young. Let's go, Luis. So far, so good. You haven't given up any homers, but it's still early. Sometimes he'll give up homers back-to-back batters within the first 3 innings, and sometimes he'll give up back-to-back homers or 2 homers in the same inning right in the 5th or the 6th because he's tired. So, we have to definitely monitor Luis. We've been going through a lot of bullpen guys in this particular series, so hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. But again, if we get Brash or Bizzardo, we know that those guys can get the job done. But if it's not Brash or Bizzardo, even Munoz at this point has been kind of shaky. And again, blew the game for us yesterday, and a previous couple starts before that really wasn't good, was kind of wild. So he did go 50-plus games with an ERA of 0, and he was holding it down at the beginning, kind of like Jorge Polanco was hot at the beginning, but then kind of has hit a wall. And then Polo can still get you singles and RBIs here and there, but really not the same type of intimidating player that we had at the beginning of the year. So really, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But it's really hard to be consistent for a full season of baseball, as we can see. Let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. We're knotted up at 0. First pitch from Luis Castillo to Jonah Heim. High and away, 1-0 count. Pitch. Big swing and a miss by Jonah Heim. 1 ball and 1 strike from Luis Castillo. Let's go, Luis. Wheel and deal, baby. Yeah, I like Polo. Again, I don't think he was very good last year with Mitch Garver. They were fucking terrible. And Solano and Mastroboni weren't really the greatest at the beginning of the year. Miles was better in play. And Jonah Heim flied out to right. 1 away. Next up, center fielder Evan Carter. But I think Polo is in that same kind of realm with like Randy Arozarena, where it's like we're happy to have these guys on the team. And sometimes they let us down, defensively or offensively, but again, it's, they're role players. They're not Julio, not Cal, and you just have to be able to try to build the best squad with what you have. And, is there times where Polo lets us down? Yeah, lately, but he's still able to get singles and RBIs, and he can win us a game, but he may not be that same home run hitter that we saw at the beginning of the year, when he was batting 350 to 450 with 9 homers in April, batting almost 400. So, I'm hoping that he'll get hot at some point again, but we may not see that same type of player that we saw at the beginning of the year. But as long as he's productive, he's okay in my book. 1-2 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Carter. And I don't think I've seen Castillo pitch so outside of the strike zone in a long time. But again, I don't know if he was maybe just overconfident and thinking that he was younger, but he normally would go after hitters and try to go right down the middle, no matter who they were, and try to throw through the hitter. But again, no one is intimidated by Luis Castillo. So again, I think he finally realized that, and you're still going to give up hits like that right there to Evan Carter, a nice double to left, but hopefully he doesn't give up the big home runs. Next up, third baseman in the 7-hole, Josh Young. Runner out second, Evan Carter with a nice double to left, and we just need to limit the damage. If they're going to get a couple hits here, a couple hits there, that's fine, as long as they don't come home. And if we're going to give up home runs, they have to be solo jacks, and maybe we can give up 2. We want to keep his runs given up to 3 or less, preferably 0 to 2, but it is Luis Castillo. So, and he has given up like 8-9 homers in the last 5 starts. So we have to keep that in mind. First pitch to Young, and there's your first RBI, single to right. Carter scores from second. Man, he was running hard there. Safe. 1-0 Texas. Come on, Castillo. That's already 1. You can only give up 2 more, and we need the bats to come alive for the Mariners. We need 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Settle down and settle in. Next up, left fielder Alejandro Osuna. I wish the Mariners were able to do that with Julio and Cal early in the matchup, but, it's all about ball placement. First pitch from Castillo to Osuna. Fouled off, low and at the knees, 0-1 count. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Rangers. And again, as long as it doesn't get too out of hand, but we'll have to monitor the bullpen and who we bring in, and we just have to hope that this is a decent outing for Castillo. If he gives up more than 3 runs, it's going to be really hard to win unless we have that magical inning where we score, 1 to 5 runs and have that explosion with like 2 outs, which is possible. And we also are going to need a couple home runs today to win. At least a minimum of 1, but we might need 2. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. Oh, both are great. Both are like Hall of Fame type of guys. But, Randy Johnson, 19 Ks, doing things. And Felix obviously had the no-hitter. And they're both, fantastic players. But I think overall, Randy is slightly better than Felix. Even though that Felix is a Mariner through and through, as Osuna strikes out swinging on the 1-2 pitch. Got him. But again, Randy wasn't valued by the Mariner staff, and he ended up going to the Diamondbacks. And, he's one of those guys that could throw for, 200 strikeouts, 250 strikeouts, 300 strikeouts. And, again, Felix was fantastic, but I would probably give Randy Johnson the slight edge. Randy is up there with guys like Nolan Ryan, and Felix is a very, very good pitcher and has made some records, but if I had to put him in a pecking order, I would go Randy 1 and then Felix 2. Even though Felix ended up having that amazing, shutout and, made some history. But again, the first no-hitter, was from Randy Johnson. And, the highest K amount was 19 by Randy. So, there hasn't really been that many guys that have been 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" as a lefty as dominant as Randy. So, but I love both of those guys. I mean, those are 2 of the best pitchers that we've ever had in the organization. And, hopefully we can end up winning future games for them. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike swinging, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Higashioka. But I absolutely love both of those guys. Obviously they played in different eras. We had Randy Johnson, obviously in the late 80s, early 90s. And then obviously Felix quite a few years back. Higashioka in the box. Luis Castillo on the mound. Let's go, Luis. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle by Castillo. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Yeah, but Randy doesn't even really consider himself, I feel, like a Mariner. I think, he was on the Expos, went to USC, studied photography, which he's doing now, obviously, in his post-baseball career, like Ken Griffey Jr. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. But again, they should have given him, enough money where he was a Mariner for life. And he ended up going to the Diamondbacks, and, him and Kurt Schilling ended up winning a World Series, and he was just as dominant on the Diamondbacks, if not more. So definitely the Mariners were dumb to let him go. Should have, locked him up for life, and he would have ended up being one of the, best guys, to have on the roster, but had some success with other teams after. And, I still love me some big unit Randy Johnson. And unfortunately with Felix and Kyle Seager, those were really the only 2 guys that we had in that era. I know we had, a couple other guys that we liked, like Nelson Cruz. Wasn't really a big Robinson Cano guy. And Higashioka strikes out, and that is out number 3. But, if I could add a couple guys to this team, definitely Nelson Cruz over Robinson Cano, 100%, for that power in the bat. And I love me some Kyle Seager, Corey Seager's brother on the Rangers. And Felix obviously would be the number 1 choice, having another dominant pitcher. I would swap Felix for Luis Castillo for sure. All right, let's go to the top of the 3rd inning. Damage is done. We're only down 1, so no reason to freak out too much yet, but we definitely need to get the ball into gear. Next up, in the 9-hole, 3rd baseman, Ben Williamson. Let's go, Big Ben. Batting second, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Drop a fucking bunt down. Again, you drop a bunt down, 80% of the time, you're going to be safe. It's going to be a wild throw to first, or you're going to get a bobble by the shortstop pitcher or whoever tries to grab it. Get the job done. Fucking bunt. Batting third, center fielder Julio Rodriguez, so far 1 for 1 with a single to left. Cal Raleigh on deck after that with a single to right. We need to get something going, but we can't just rely on Julio and Cal every game. Facts. Let's go, Mariners. Tridents up. I feel with like Robinson Cano, we overpaid. You know, we paid for a big player that was having great success with Jeter and the Yankees. And, you know, and again, then once he came to the Mariners, you know, instead of being a guy that was just a good role player, you know, had to be kind of one of the faces of the franchise. And I don't think he could really handle it. And it was a lot harder to hit in Seattle with those players around him compared to playing on an all-star team in New York for the Yankees. So that was a big mistake by the Mariners there. You know, it was like one of the only times that they actually spent money for a guy besides the Julio big contract, you know, but that was a homegrown talent, not someone that we grabbed from someone else's team. You know, but I felt like Nelson Cruz was a better player and more productive and more of a fan favorite. And I know a lot of people love Seager like myself, as well as Felix. So those were my 3 favorite players in that particular era about 10, 15 years ago. All right, baby. We're in the top of the third. We're down a run. Let's get it going. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Let's go, baby. Let's go, M's. First pitch in play by Williamson. Pops out at second. That was a very quick at-bat. Almost Julio-like. 1 away. Work the count, Ben. And Ben has actually been quite a bit better lately. He's been getting on base pretty frequently, and him having a 2 for 4 kind of day wouldn't be shocking. Next up, shortstop JP Crawford. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. Come on, JP. He's really the heart and soul to the team. You know, we know Cal Raleigh is the best player, but if you've noticed, when Cal and Julio are the ones that are relied on as JP lines out to right, 2 away, you know, JP is like the tone setter. You know, he doesn't have to be the best player on the team, but when he ends up getting on base, it trickles down to the rest of the team. When he ends up going 0 for 4, 0 for 5, it's hard for us to win. If you go back and look at a lot of the games where we win, usually it's because JP had a good game, or at least ends up having a hit. And, you know, in his first 2 at-bats, but 0 for 2 again for JP. Hopefully he'll be able to get hot again when we go back home to T-Mobile. But lately he has been on a little bit of a skid. Next up is Julio Rodriguez, who's been able to turn his June around. Obviously only had 2 ribbies going into a couple games ago, and got his RBI total, you know, considerably better. You know, it's better to be at closer to 10 in the ribby column rather than 2. But again, still a very rough June for Julio Rodriguez, but hopefully he can get something going here. Already 1 for 1. 1-0 pitch, low and away. Big swing and a miss by Julio. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. And I know J-Rod frustrates the hell out of us, you know, by being overly aggressive. But again, at the end of the day, you know, we have to appreciate what Julio brings to the team. The swagger, the aura, the good defense. You know, yeah, he's been thrown out, you know, on the bases a little bit more than we would like. You know, he's a type of player that should get 30 home runs and 30 stolen bags every year or better. And Julio, another single to left. Nice job. Julio is locked in here today, but hopefully this isn't one of those games where Julio ends up going fucking 4 for 5 and no one else does anything. Let's go, baby. Nice job, Julio. We want to make sure we're praising the players that we've been ripping into that haven't been doing well. But today, 2 for 2, just like there, 2 for 2, baby. I see you. Next up is big dumper, Cal Raleigh. All right, Cal. We got Julio on base. It's your job. Let's see if we can get Cal with another base hit. But obviously, we're looking for something a little bit better out of Cal. We're looking for one of these. Tridents up. First pitch to Cal. And flied out to third. And we leave another one stranded. And that is the end of the inning. And again, it shows you how difficult baseball truly is. You know, to be able to get back-to-back hits is not easy. I mean, unless you have an epic meltdown by the pitcher on the other side, or the pitcher just is terrible, you know. But again, hard to be able to get, you know, momentum going when you can only get one guy with a hit, and then, you know, you get other guys in the lineup, including Cal, maybe being a little overly aggressive, trying to get that first pitch strike and trying to get a single, double, triple home run, and then maybe not getting it on the sweet spot, and you end up grounding out or popping up. And unfortunately, that's what's happened with the Mariners here early on. Let's go to the bottom of the third inning. We're only down 1, but we do need to, get it going here. Let's see who's up next here for the Rangers. Next up, 1-for-1, first baseman back at the top of the order, Josh Smith. Batting second, 0-for-1, shortstop, Corey Seager, who's homered in Game 1 and Game 2. Solo dinger in Game 1, 2-run jack yesterday that helped them win. And batting third, 0-for-1, second baseman, Marcus Semien. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 4 more likes to 30. Let's get there. I'm going to have to bring out the Mariner Moose like 3 innings early. Come on, baby. Let's go. We usually don't bring out the Moose until maybe the 5th or 6th inning, but we got to. First pitch. Takes a strike looking high and away from Castillo to Smith. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. High and away with that 4-seam fastball. 94 miles an hour. Misses the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Smith. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Smith. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Louise. 1-2 pitch. High and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Smith. Let's go, M's. Let's get it, baby. Two-two pitch. Fouled off low and away with that changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Smith. We're in the bottom of the third with a 1-0 Ranger lead. No homers yet. Each team has got 3 hits apiece, so it's not like we're sitting at 0. But again, Young singled to right. Carter scored from second, and he was flying. It could have ended up being maybe just a second to third opportunity, but he had some good wheels. And again, when you can get a guy with a single to come home from second, that definitely can pay dividends long term. And now we're down 1-0, but hopefully we'll get a couple homers in this game, and we'll have that monster inning of 1 to 5 runs at some point. In play, and Smith singles to right. Come on, Louise. Next up is shortstop Corey Seager. Can't give up a 2-run jack right here. It'll be hard to come back if we get down 3-0. Considering the bats, besides Julio and Cal, have been a little lackluster up to this point. Julio's 2 for 2, but unfortunately, sometimes when Julio has a great game and he goes 3 for 4 or 4 for 5 or 3 for 5, for whatever reason, sometimes no one else does anything, which is kind of a damn shame. It's like, okay, we finally get the Julio game that we want, but then no one else steps up. And then we go into like the Royals series, and then everyone else does good, and then Julio goes 0 for 4. Like, I would love to be able to see everyone play good together. In play, and fielder's choice, grounded out to second, Smith out at second, and Seager safe at first. 1 away. Glad that Corey didn't fucking homer there. Next up is Marcus Semien, and now we're going to be looking for the double play. Slow dribbler right up the middle, and hopefully it'll go to JP, and we can end the inning here. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 count. Let him know all day. And you and Captain have been doing a great job. I need to be able to have, reliable individuals to be able to help me out. 1-0 pitch, in play, and Semien singles to left. Man, Castillo stinks today. But again, he's given up, 8-9 homers in the last 5 starts, and he might not have given up the homers yet, but it's still early in the matchup. Come on, baby. Next up is Adolis Garcia, now with runners at first and second. First pitch fouled off right down the middle, 0-1 count. Three more likes to get to 30. Let's get there. Bottom of the third, runners at first and second with one out. Luis Castillo on the mound. Garcia in the box. 0-1 pitch, fouled off high and away. No balls and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and one out. You know, and there is going to be a point where we move on from Luis Castillo. You know, obviously he might be slightly better than Emerson Hancock, you know, but again, he's not on the, you know, Gilbert, Wu, or Kirby level, you know, and at some point we need to beefen up, you know, the pitching staff. And there we go. Nice catch, 2 away. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 1 with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Jonah Heim. First pitch, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Castillo to Heim. Come on, baby. And Castillo at the beginning of the year actually was pretty good. You know, when we first brought him over, when we ended up making the playoffs from the Reds, he was fantastic. But in 2023 and 2024, he was kind of on a decline, you know, analytically with the stats and the analytics, you know, and then this year was kind of a resurgence, kind of a rebirth from what he looked like when we first brought him over from the Reds. But again, now, you know, getting to this point of the season, he's starting to look like the pitcher that we had in 2023 and 2024, which wasn't very good. So hopefully, you know, we can get out of this jam and hopefully the bats will come alive. 2-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike from Castillo to Heim. Two-1 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike from Castillo to Heim. Let's go, baby. Come on, Mariner Moose. We need help. In play and lined out to center, and that is out number 3. Good job, Louise. You know, you had guys on and we were getting nervous there because, you know, we've seen this before when you give up a hit and then you give up another hit and then you give up another hit and then all of a sudden, you know, an RBI happens and then we're down on ourselves a little bit and then the unexpected homer, you know, a couple batters later and then all of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 5-0 in the 3rd or 4th inning. So thankfully that didn't happen. End of the 3rd, 1-0 Rangers. Now it's up to the Mariners bats to do their fucking job. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, Luke Raley. Let's go, Luke. Singles, doubles, triples, homers, hustle. Let's go. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third, who hit a homer yesterday, but it wasn't enough, 0 for 1 with a K, right fielder Dominic Canzone. And again, if we're going to want, you know, to have that big play happen, the 2-run jack, the 3-run jack, the grand salami, other people have to do their jobs to get on base for that player to do that. Otherwise, we're only going to get solo dingers. And, you know, we'll take any dinger that we can get. But right now, we're looking up at the scoreboard, 1-0 Rangers, but we can still win. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Texas. Let's go, baby. Shout out to all the new subs that we've acquired recently. Yesterday, like 15 to 17 subs just yesterday alone. We only need 86 more to get to 21,000, which is fantastic. And we have 3,200 3,200 regular viewers on the channel, which is fantastic. And again, we've been able to get more people in different age gaps. The female audience has grown as well. And again, United States, 70% of the viewership is there, but we got Venezuela 4.6, Mexico 3.4, Dominican Republic 1.8, Philippines 1, and a bunch of others. Canada, Japan, Colombia, Panama, Nicaragua, New Zealand, Australia, and many, many other countries as well. So shout out to every single person that has liked, sub, donated, commented, shared, and appreciated what I do here on the channel for the NWSF. Thank you so much. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Leiter to Rayleigh. 4-5 record with a 4.55 ERA, so nothing to get too intimidated about. We just need to do our job. Let's go, Luke. We need that hustle, baby. Let's go. Let's get it done, baby. Top of the 4th. We're already halfway through the matchup. Heat wave here in the Pacific Northwest. 2-0 pitch and fouled out to the catcher. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with a K, left fielder Randy Arozarena. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle by Randy Arozarena. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Arozarena here in the top of the 4th. Come on, baby, we need you. We got a 4-game set, coming up against the Royals at home. And then we got the Pittsburgh Pirates at home as well on 4th of July weekend. I will be there. Definitely excited about that. I was really hoping that I would line up, that I would be able to see Skeens, even though that would mean that the Mariners would have a chance to lose. But he's going to play in the series prior to the Mariners against the Cardinals. So we're just going to miss him in Seattle this year, which is a damn shame. I'm always up for a challenge. Top of the 4th inning, 1-1 count from Leiter to Randy Arozarena. 1-1 pitch. And Arozarena safe at first by a third base error by Young. Let's go. I'll take that. Sorry, Josh, not today. Here we go. Randy gets a board. Nice job, Randy. Next up is Dominic Canzone. Now, Dom, can you hit a home run here and get us up 2-1? First pitch, fouled off, high and away, 0-1 count. Let's go, Dominic Canzone. He was on the team last year, then we sent him to AAA, and since we brought him up, he's been good. In play, and almost homered, gets it out to center field, but falls a little short. No wind, obviously, in that area, and that is 2 away. You could have definitely benefited on being outside and had a little bit of wind there. A nice hard hit ball by Dom. Hopefully he'll homer in his next at bat. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K, catcher Mitch Garver. And Garver is fresh off the MRI. Check on that jaw. That was not fractured, came up negative off a foul tip in the previous series. First pitch from Leiter to Garver. Low and away, 1-0 count. Come on, Garv. One-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Garver. Top of the 4th inning with a runner at first and 2 outs. Come on, Mitch. We need you. One pitch, Big swing and a miss, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. 1-0 Rangers lead. Series is tied 1-1. We need this win to be able to fly home to Seattle here tonight and get ready tomorrow for a 4-game set against the Royals. Bobby Witt Jr. Going to be exciting, but we got to get the job done here today. Wild pitch. And Randy safe at second. Let's go. Come on, Mitch. RBI single. I mean, best case scenario, obviously a home run, but we know Mitch doesn't really hit home runs, so he's more likely to get out. And Mitch strikes out swinging. Brutal. Man, hard to be able to get runs, when you only have one guy every inning doing something. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we might have to just wait for the pitchers to go out and, see who has a meltdown in the bullpen, and then maybe that will open up the matchup. But right now, we're down 1-0. Could be worse. We could be down 2, 3, or 4, so I still think that we have a good chance to win this game, but something's got to give. Next up, 1-for-1 with a run, center fielder Evan Carter. Batting second after making that error in that previous inning. 1-for-1 with a ribby, third baseman Josh Young. And batting third, 0-for-1 with a K, left fielder Alejandro Osuna. One more like to 30. Let's get it, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes or more before the stream ends, and we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Take a look at the pitching stats here quickly. All right, Luis Castillo so far, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 3 Ks, 56 pitches, 35 strikes, 3.66 ERA. And then let's go here to Jack Leiter. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 5 Ks. So pretty crazy that neither one has given up a walk yet. 5 Ks to 3 Ks, 52 pitches, 38 strikes, 4.28 ERA so far for Leiter. First pitch from Castillo to Evan Carter. Takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Takes another strike looking right down the middle behind the count, 0-2. 0-2 pitch, fouled off high and away. Ball's fouled off, 94 miles an hour. So, for the Mitch Garver situation, they ended up doing an MRI and it came up negative on his jaw. He had a foul ball, foul tip go into his face in play, and Carter singles to right. And Harry Ford got called up as like an emergency, but not actually the full call up. And again, if Garver would have ended up breaking his jaw, officially we would have had Harry Ford, yesterday or the day before. So he'll probably end up, playing for Tacoma still until we're ready to call him up. But we will call him up this year. I just don't know when. It'll either, be in a couple weeks or, quite a bit after the All-Star break. First pitch from Castillo to Young. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. High and away. Behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes with the runner at first and no out. 1-0 Ranger lead. We can still come back and win this game. Still way early. 32 home runs for Cal, 29 for Judge, 29 for Ohtani. Yeah, but it's not like we're the Dodgers or we're like the Mariners. We're not like the Dodgers or the Yankees. We're the Mariners, you know? It's like we've only had 4 good seasons out of like 40 years. So it's like, you know, you have to have the proper expectations. Hell, we went 20 years plus without making the playoffs once. So, you know, but again, now in the Cal Raleigh era, 2022 to 2042, we should make the playoffs 10 to 12 times out of a 20-year period. So it'll be much better moving forward. But, you know, you have to temper the expectations until we get the right team with the right manager and the right pitching staff. 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Young. 1-2 pitch, low and away with that slider. 83 miles an hour by Castillo. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Young. Come on, baby. Let's go, Louise. No homers. In play, and Young grounds out into the double play. I love that. Here we go. 2 away. That's exactly what we needed right there. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Next up is left fielder Alejandro Osuna. First pitch, takes the strike looking, right down the middle, 0-1 count. 4-seam fastball by Luis Castillo, 96 miles an hour. Keep it going. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, high and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Rangers. Oh-2 pitch. Fouled off high and away. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. 1-0 Rangers lead. Hopefully we'll be able to get the bats to come alive, you know, here in the next couple innings. If not, then we're just going to have to wait until the starters go out and try to rake in the 7th, 8th, and 9th and win it then. I mean, hell, if we win the game 2-1, you know, I'll take it. 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. 0 for 1 with a K for his first at bat for Alejandro. Two pitch, high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. Come on, Castillo. No walks. And Castillo gets him out. There we go. Much better performance out of Luis in this particular game compared to the last 5. And again, it's not over yet. You know, we still got a couple more innings for him to go. But as far as the first 4 innings, good job. Let's go to the top of the 5th and see who's up next for the Mariners. And let's drop some fucking butts down. Next up, 0 for 1, second baseman Cole Young. Drop the butt down. You'll be safe. Batting second, 0 for 1. Third baseman, Ben Williamson. Drop the bunt down. You would be safe. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a K. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Drop the bunt down. You would be safe. I mean, you got 3 guys that can do it right here in the lineup. Let's get it done. And again, if Ben doesn't get anything going pretty soon, then we can throw in Master Boney. to pinch hit, and maybe he'll be the guy that gives us that juice, or maybe Donovan Solano. Once we end up getting the starters to exit, and we'll see if we have a lefty or a righty in the pen from the Rangers, and then we can adjust accordingly. There we go. We're at 30, 20 more likes to go to hit the goal. Let's go, baby. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Mariners. Extreme heat wave here for the next 3 days, so I'm definitely going to be sitting right next to the AC all day today, tomorrow, and obviously Tuesday, besides, doing the waking up early with my pup and getting that exercise in. So 2 walks already finished today, and we're going to have to wait until probably 8, 9, 10 p.m. to do our last one. I don't want her paws to get burnt. Let's go, baby. So far, so good for Jack Leiter. 4-5 record, 4.55 ERA, even though he looks like he's 4-1 with an ERA of 2.55. But again, Mariner bats need to come alive. First pitch to Cole Young, low and away with the changeup, 89 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Come on, Mariners. Who's going to bring that electricity to the lineup? We need it. Let's go. Already halfway through the matchup. Julio's doing his job. Cal got a hit. But what about everybody else? Let's go. Top of the fifth, 1-0 Rangers. Leiter on the mound, Cole Young in the box. 1-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Young. Come on, Cole. One pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Young. Two 2-1 pitch, low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike from Leiter to Young. Let's go, Cole. Take the walk here if it's there. 3-1 pitch in play and flied out to right. Would have been better for him to be able to try to get a walk there, but that's what happens when you end up being a rookie. You're going to learn as the season goes on. And again, we got Canzone from AAA, Young from AAA, Williamson from AAA, and we're going to get Harry Ford with a call up at some point as well. You got to go through the motions. Next up, Big Ben Williamson, 0 for 1 so far. Come on, Ben. Top of the fifth with 1 out, 1-0 Texas. First pitch, takes a strike looking down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, behind in the count, 0-2 from Leiter to Williamson. Oh, 2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Williamson. Yeah, but it also could be a blessing in disguise, instead of being, in first place at this time and then, going on a downward spiral after the All-Star break, sitting at the record that we're at now will give the, extra pressure on the ownership and the management to make a move. And maybe more moves than maybe they were originally thinking as Williamson singles the left. There we go. Maybe we bring Eugenio Suarez back, from the Diamondbacks. Maybe we get Ryan O'Hearn from the Orioles. Maybe we get Bo Naylor, from the Guardians. That could really help us out. Maybe Jarren Duran from the Red Sox. We need a couple more options for bats and also 2 or 3 relief pitchers because we really only trust Brash and Bizzardo. I don't even know if I trust Munoz anymore. and hopefully he'll be more trustworthy moving forward. But nice base knock by Ben Williamson. We know you can do it defensively, but you use the bat there. Now we got J.P. Crawford in the box, who's been struggling lately on this road trip. Pitch is high and away by Leiter, 1-0 count. Come on, J.P. And I better see someone drop a fucking bunt down. Let's go. One-0 pitch. Fouls one off right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Rangers are only up by 1. We don't want to lose this game 1-0. And once the starters go out, I imagine there'll be some meltdowns by pitchers on both sides. And we'll open this game up and maybe we'll get a 3-2 or 4-3 final if we're lucky. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Crawford. Come on, JP. When JP gets a hit in his first 2 at-bats, or at least his first at-bat, it sets the tone. But when JP doesn't get a hit, it seems like the offense in general stalls. And again, it's so important to have a very good leadoff hitter, like when we had Ichiro, or even as of recently, Victor Robles. Now, JP did go through a heater, early in the year, a few weeks back, where he was extremely hot. But it shows you the difference, between a team that's led by JP Crawford and a team that's not. And we need JP to be productive. 1-2 pitch, and JP flies out to left. 2 away. Maybe coming back home will be good for JP. I mean, he was obviously good there on Father's Day, and he was on kind of a heater, but this road trip has not been kind. Next up, having a great day today, 2 for 2, Julio Rodriguez. But like I mentioned earlier, sometimes when Julio has a 3 for 4, 3 for 5, or 4 for 5 kind of day, nobody else does anything. And we do have a hit by Cal so far, but hopefully Julio can do some magic here. You want to be the hero? We need a fucking home run. 2-run jack to get us up 2-1. Let's go, J-Rod. We'll take a single as well. Double, RBI, triple. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count, 0-2 from Leiter to Julio. Come on, J-Rod. Let's go, baby. Top of the 5th inning with a runner at first and 2 outs. We just need Julio to continue to stay hot. 259 average, 11 homers, 42 ribbies. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. We need you. But right now, the Astros are the hottest team in baseball in the last month. Yankees and Tigers are better than us. But again, based on the moves that we can make at the trade deadline, and if we can start to get a little bit healthier and a little bit more consistent, we could end up being the 4th best team in the American League. And if that ends up being the case and we have to take the wild card and we don't catch up to the Stros, as long as you get into the dance, the playoffs, anything can happen. 0-2 pitch, in play. And Julio with another single right up the middle, 3 for 3 day. And I hope this isn't going to be the Julio Rodriguez game and no one else steps up. But now this is a great opportunity for Cal Raleigh to hit home run number 33. And if he hits a 3-run jack here, we can win. Let's go, Big Dumper. Come on, Cal. Let's go, baby. You're overdue. We've been waiting for a home run. Let's go, Cal. First pitch from Leiter to Big Dumper. High and away, 1-0 count. Let's go. I mean, we haven't had too many innings so far where we've been threatening. This might be the best shot that we have to be able to get on the board here. 1-0 pitch, fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Raleigh. Come on, Big Dumper. We need a homer here, or even an RBI single to tie the game up. I don't need to be greedy. Let's just get something to tie the game up. And again, if we can take the lead, that would be fantastic. Come on, Cal. .277 average, 32 homers, 69 ribbies, leading the league in homers and ribbies. And 1-1 pitch, and fouled out to the catcher. Brutal. And even if Cal can't, be the guy that gets those runs to come in, but 2 opportunities squandered by Cal here. We still love him. He's still our best player, but brutal when you end up hitting a rocket up to the ceiling and then you foul out to the catcher with runners at first and second. Cal has left runners stranded twice now, and we're still knotted up. I wish at 1-1 we're down 1-0. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 5th and see who's up next here for the Rangers. So got to have that faith. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K, DHing Kyle Higashioka. Batting second, 2 for 2, first baseman Josh Smith. And batting third, 0 for 2, shortstop Corey Seager. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And we're still looking for our first dono to the dono train. Let's go. Maybe that's why we haven't scored a run yet. Let's go, baby. Sports gods are always watching. Let's go. Let's take a look at the stat line for both pitchers so far. Jack Leiter, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs. Impressive, no walks, 5 Ks, 71 pitches, 51 strikes, 4.22 ERA. He has been good. And let's go to with Luis Castillo, 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 3 Ks, 72 pitches, 46 strikes. Not very good, as far as dominance on the mound, but at least he hasn't given up the home runs. But again, if he were to give up the home runs, it's either really early in the game or typically in the 5th inning. So if he can get out of this inning, we'll be just fine. 7 likes to 40. Let's get there. First pitch to Kyle Higashioka. Takes a strike looking. High and inside. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss right down the middle. Behind in the count 0-2 to Kyle Higashioka. Castillo on the mound. Higashioka in the box, the former Padre and Yankee. pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Higashioka. Come on, baby. Let's go. And Higashioka flies out to center. 1 away. Next up for the Rangers, having a great day like Julio, 2 for 2, first baseman Josh Smith. Let's go M's, baby. Let's go. It's not over yet. And again, sometimes you got to be patient. And a lot of fans of baseball sometimes don't have the patience, And again, it's not like football or basketball where you can get immediate gratification and you can get a touchdown or a field goal or hit a 3, And when you're, fans of things like hockey and baseball, you have to be a little bit more patient. And there's definitely going to be some frustrations. But again, you just have to have the faith. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away. Good pitch by Castillo, painting the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Smith. 1-1 pitch. Low and away with the changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike from Castillo to Smith. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to wait for the pitching change, and we just have to hope that Luis doesn't give up 2 homers this inning, and we don't get down like 3-0. Got to keep it within 1 or 2 if we can. 2-2 pitch, low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Smith. 3-2 pitch, and that is a 6-pitch walk. Come on, Castillo. Pizzle in the building. What's good, brother? How are you? Next up for the Rangers, shortstop Corey Seager. 0 for 2 for Seager so far, trying to make it 1 for 3. Bottom of the 5th inning, runner at first, 1-0 Ranger lead. Castillo on the mound, who's actually pitched okay. Not the greatest performance that we've seen from him, but he's one of our weakest pitchers. With him and Emerson Hancock in the order. Wu, Kirby, and Gilbert typically are better when healthy, even though Kirby still isn't 100%. First pitch, low and away, fouled off, 0-1 count to Corey Seager. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, high and away. Four-seam fastball there by Castillo. Behind in the count, 0-2 to Corey Seager. 1-0 Texas lead. And again, sometimes, you got to wait for starting pitching to go out and, get those epic meltdowns by the bullpen, and the game will open up. 0-2 pitch. High and inside with that four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Castillo. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. 1-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Changeup misses by Castillo, 88 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. We need a slow dribbler right up the middle for a double play to get out of the inning. Two pitch. High and away with that sinker. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Castillo to Seager. Had no walks, coming into this particular inning, for both pitchers, but Castillo already with 1 and on the brink of another. And we might have to pull him if he ends up walking Seager here. And I know that they probably won't because we went through so many guys in our bullpen the last 2 games, but fucking A, and there's the walk. He's reeling right now. If we don't pull him here, there's a chance where we can get down 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. And again, this is where you end up making your money as being a good manager or not being a good manager, recognizing the signs on when to pull a guy and when not to. And if it was me, I would pull him here. We got runners at first and second with 1 out. Is it possible that he gets 2 more outs? Yeah. I mean, we could definitely get out of this inning 1-0, but there's probably a higher probability of it being 2-0 or 3-0 or more if we keep him in. Hopefully we get out of this jam, but back-to-back walks from Castillo is essentially like back-to-back hits. You pull them, and again, I know they won't because the Mariners are dumb. I swear I could manage this team better than fucking Scott Service or Dan Wilson. You have to know, but again, I get the understanding about, certain guys in the pen. I mean, we can only trust Brash and Bizzardo, but again, if you've got runners at first and second with no outs or second and third with no outs, I don't care if it's Skeens, Skubal, you pull them, because if you don't, 90% chance they are going to hurt you. And then you'll go from 1-0 to 2-0 to 3-0, and then the game might be over. So hopefully we get out of this here. First pitch, outside. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And we're on the brink of walking another batter here. I mean, do you really want to wait for it to be bases loaded and then someone hits a grand slam and then we're down 5-0 and then you lose? Come on. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike. And obviously we have a chance for a double play here with runners at first and second. Best case scenario to get out of this jam. But based on how Castillo has been pitching, walking guys lately, and giving up a lot of base hits in his start, even though we're only down 1, he hasn't given up the big home run yet, but that doesn't mean that he won't. In play. And luckily we get Simeon to fly out. Thank God. 2 away. I don't want to be down 3-4-0 here. All right, here we go. 1 more out to go. Right fielder, Adolis Garcia. And we have to pray that we don't give up a 3-run blast or a 2-run ribby. Because if it gets to 3-0, I don't know if we'll come back. Let's pray for Luis. Come on, baby. And he got him. There we go. Wow, and that's probably one of the first times in about 2 months where Castillo has gotten out of a jam like that. In the last 5 starts, he's given up like 8-9 homers. So even though he hasn't given up a homer yet, I still would have pulled him at that particular time. But again, I'm glad that he was able to get those last 2 outs because most of the time in that scenario, we would have been down 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, and maybe the game's over at that point. But luckily, we get them to bite on a couple shitty pitches. We get them to fly out on back-to-back batters, and we're out of the inning. Thank God. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can start fresh now and see if we can get something here in the top of the sixth. Next up for the Mariners, 0-for-2 first baseman Luke Raley. Batting second, 0-for-2 with a K, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third, 0-for-2 with a K, right fielder Dominic Canzone. And, based on what I'm seeing, with the lineup right now, we need a couple substitutions. I think we need Donovan Solano and Miles Mastrobuoni to enter the game sooner than later. The more at-bats that those guys have, the better chance that we're going to have to come back and win. If we don't see Mastrobuoni or Solano, we might lose. Again, it's like Julio's doing great. Cal's got a hit, but what about everyone else? And we're not really getting enough production, throughout the lineup. So definitely need Miles Mastrobuoni and Solano to come in offensively and defensively for that help. And hopefully they'll make that adjustment. If not, we might lose. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. First pitch from Leiter to Luke Raley, fouled off. 0-1 count. Come on, Luke. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Hour and 36 minutes in. 0 in dono, 0 in the score. Coincidence? I think not. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Raley. One-two pitch. Incoming here shortly. Come on, baby. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Rangers. Leiter on the mound. Luke Raley in the box. 1-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Come on, Luke. One-two pitch, and Raley doesn't give us this, and he strikes out. 1 away. Brutal. Come on, Luke. We got to replace him for Donovan Solano. Next up is Randy Arozarena. 0-for-2 with a K. Come on, Randy. First pitch from Leiter to Arozarena, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. Behind in the count, 0-2 from Leiter to Arozarena. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Rangers. We're still in striking distance, but again, it kind of feels like one of these games where Julio plays great finally and no one else does anything. But again, if we bring in Solano and Mastrobuoni, I really do think that will be the difference. We've given plenty of chances to these other guys, and we have to make a couple adjustments here. Only 1 3-ball count from Leiter all day. Unreal. 0-2 pitch. high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Leiter to Arozarena. Come on, Randy. We need a home run, baby. All we need is just that one swing just to kind of get back into the motion of things. In play. And Randy, nice single right there to left. Good job. Way to grind out that at-bat. That definitely easily could have been an out. Nice job, Randy. And hopefully this will be the inning where we get on the board. Let's go. Next up is Dominic Canzone, 0 for 2 with a K. Come on, Dom. He homered yesterday. Can you homer again? First pitch, low and away. 1-0 count from Leiter to Canzone. And we're just waiting for the moment for Leiter to, kind of hit the wall with fatigue, but he's been money today. But maybe he can have a meltdown here in the 6th. We haven't got anybody really walked. We haven't had anybody get hit by a pitch. We need to be able to find other ways to be able to move runners over. And if it's only going to be just by hitting, that's why we're sitting at 1-0. It's been tough sledding so far, except for Julio. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Rangers. Leiter on the mound, Canzone in the box. In play, and flies out to center, almost homers again, but doesn't get there. Randy tags up from first to second and safe. All right, we got 2 outs now. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, catcher Mitch Garver. Every game is always close against this team. It's never easy. First pitch in play for Mitch. Here we go. Single to left. Randy, go, go, go. And he's safe. Let's go. Ooh. Nice bobble by Osuna. And sometimes it's those guys, that you don't really have any faith in, right? And sometimes guys like this, you have no faith in. It ends up being the unsung hero. And look at that hustle by Randy Arozarena to get home from second base. Just like they did to score their run. They had a nice, single that they turned the runner to go from second all the way home. Good speed by Randy to be able to make it all the way there. And now we're tied up at 1. We have Uncle Mo on our side, and we have the momentum. Mariner fans, rejoice. Next up is Cole Young. Now we got to see if we can end up taking the lead. Here we go. And we're great with 2 outs. And again, you never know when it's going to happen. And again, even though it's guys, like Garver, where you don't really have a whole lot of faith. I mean, he easily could go 0 for 5 and strike out 5 times. Thankfully, he actually connects on something. And now they're trying to talk to Leiter and see if they can settle him down. And again, low scoring affair here. Pitching has been good, by both pitchers to a certain degree. I mean, obviously, I would have liked to see Castillo with more Ks and a little bit more control. But on the bright side, Castillo has not given up, all those homers that he did in the last 5 starts, where he was averaging about 2 homers given up per game. And today, nothing. So far, so good. 0-1 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike from Leiter to Young. And now we can feel like, okay, we're in the game now. When you sit at a 0 for 5-6 innings, it fucking sucks, And then you have a doubt to start to kind of creep in. Like, are we going to lose? 1-0, 2-0, 3-0? And thankfully, Garver says, not today. And he ends up being the unsung hero. Nice job, Garv. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Young. That's why baseball is so magical. It's like everything could look like shit, for fucking 2 hours. And then all of a sudden with, 1 or 2 batters, everything can change. And I like the momentum that we have now. And let's see if we can end up getting one more, run in this inning. But if I had to take a guess, I probably would say that would be it. We can't get too greedy. And Young strikes out swinging. So there you go. Sometimes, you know, you have to battle and battle and battle, finally get the score tied up, and you want more, but sometimes the sports gods are like, that's it for this inning. And then you're going to have to earn it the rest of the way. And that's exactly what happened there. And it happens a lot of times in baseball if you pay attention. But I think every Mariner fan in the room right now and every Mariner fan on planet Earth that's watching, we can breathe a little bit easier knowing that both pitchers are going to be out shortly. Mariners got 7 hits. It's not like we have 1 or 2, right? We just need to bring guys home and actually have, you know, a complete game. And I still want Mastroboni and Solano to come in and pinch hit. We need those guys, you know. And again, if that means that you know, Ben Williamson and you know, trying to think, Ben Williamson and Luke Raley have to go to the bench, then so be it. Let's see who's up next here in the bottom of the 6th for the Texas Rangers. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 2, catcher Jonah Heim. I see you, Jonah. Batting second, having himself a good day, 2 for 2 with a run, center fielder Evan Carter. Funny how both center fielders are having a good day today, Carter and Rodriguez. And batting third, 1 for 2 with an RBI, third baseman Josh Young. Trident's up, let's go M's. And we still have a chance to have that late inning homer, maybe by Cal Raleigh, to win the game. Look at the pitch count for the pitchers and see where we're at. All right, so for Leiter, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 Ks, 89 pitches. Is it 89 or 88? 88 pitches, 64 strikes, 4.29 ERA. So we started to rough him up there late, and that's Castillo. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 92 pitches, 56 strikes with a 3.59 ERA. So I wouldn't be letting Luis pitch here. But again, they're going to let him come back out with 92 pitches in already. Hopefully that's not a mistake. First pitch from Castillo to Heim. And the reason they're keeping him in with 92 pitches, you know, already is because we've used so many guys in the bullpen, you know, in the last 2 days. So, and I don't know what direction that they're going to go, but I hope that they bring in Bizzardo after Castillo. 0-1 pitch in play, and Heim grounds out to second, 1 away. 2 outs away for Luis, and hopefully we can keep the pitch count low, and we can get them to bite on some shitty pitches. Like, I don't even care if any punch outs here. Just get a pop out, ground out, something simple and easy. The longer that the at-bat is, the, you know, better chance they have to get a walk. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Carter. Come on, Luis. Let's go. Finish strong. You've only given up a run. No fucking home runs. Let's go. Let's go, baby. One pitch in play. And Carter with a single. Man, he's money today. 3 for 3 for Carter. Center fielders today, Julio Rodriguez and Evan Carter, are raking. Next up is Josh Young. And now what we need is a slow dribbler right up the middle to J.P. Crawford, a throw to Luke Raley. We get out of the inning. Luis can celebrate and do one of these, and we can end up going to the top of the 7th with all the momentum. Sports gods, are you listening? Let's go. And Carter with a stolen base. You son of a bitch. Two more likes to 40. Let's get there. Goal is 50. And we're still looking for our first dono on our dono train. One 0 pitch, takes a strike swinging, high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. And we were lucky off that wild throw, because Carter could have went to second to third if he was able to get up quickly here. Yeah, not the greatest throw by Cal Raleigh there. Or not Cal Raleigh, Mitch Garver. Or Cal Raleigh, excuse me. Cal catching today. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. What a punch out by Luis Castillo. Nice job. 2 away. Here we go. Approaching, obviously, over 100 pitches now. Let's go, Luis. One more batter. One more batter. Let's go. And then we can go Bizzardo, and we'll be just fine. Not today, bots. Not today. First pitch from Castillo to Osuna. Takes a strike looking high and away. Great pitch. 0-1 count. 2 more strikes, and we get out of this fucking inning. Let's go. Come on, Luis. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 4-seam fastball misses the plate by a couple feet. 1 ball and 1 strike from Castillo to Osuna. Got to keep this game tied 1-1, and then we can see if we can, we excel in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're a top 3 team in MLB in those last 3 innings. So, the bats, for whatever reason, we have that clutch, factor in our DNA. And again, even if it ends up being low scoring 1-0 or 1-1, I definitely feel the bats can come alive for us in these last 3 innings. And hopefully we'll substitute Mastroboni and Donovan Solano for Ben Williamson and Luke Raley, and maybe that'll be the difference. 1-1 pitch, fouled off. High and away. 4-seam fastball with some good heat there. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Castillo to Osuna. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. 1 more strike by Castillo. Come on, baby. I mean, if you're already in here over 100 pitches, you haven't given up any home runs, which is rare. You average about 2 home runs that you've given up in the last 5 starts for 8 or 9. Nothing today. You've been great, even though it hasn't been a typical Castillo performance. And in play and lined out to center. Here we go. Nice job. That was a risk on keeping Castillo in, especially based on his last 5 starts, giving up 8-9 homers. No homers given up. Over 100 pitches. We got, obviously, the game tied up, 1-1. Randy coming home, Mitch Garver being the hero, and now we have all the momentum the rest of the way. Let's go. And now hopefully we'll see Brash or Bizzardo, and hopefully they're smart. We better not see fucking Zach Pop, or Trent Thornton. Make sure you're using the best guys so we can win the series. We got a 4-game set at home against the Royals. We don't want to see Legomina. We don't want to see Vargas. We don't want to see Trent Thornton. We need to see fucking Brash or Bizzardo here. I would be happy with Bizzardo since we obviously used Brash a little bit yesterday. We might not see him at all, but hopefully we see Bizzardo, and then you can go with the Vargases or the Legominas or the Thornton after that. All right. Top of the 7th. Let's go Mariners. There we go, baby. We got it started, finally. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. We're at 5, 95 to go, and that'll be something that the sports gods recognize. Appreciate you, and maybe we'll be able to get some more runs now. Appreciate you, my guy. Leading off, 1 for 2, third baseman, Ben Williamson. Bunt. Batting second, J.P. Crawford. Bunt. Batting third, just swing. You've been great today, Julio Rodriguez. And again, we need that home run. Who's going to give it to us here late in the 7th, 8th, and 9th? I got you. Let's go, J-Rod. You the man, baby. Let's go. Nice picture of that trident close up. I got a lot of Julio memorabilia. I'm not going to give up on a guy. We know Cal might be the best player on the team. But I got a lot. I got Julio's first bobble from the Mariner game. I got a Julio foul ball from his rookie year. I got a couple Julio graded rookie cards, PSA and BGS. I got a Julio autographed jersey. That zone, like I said, Julio is going to go through those ups and downs, but we have to appreciate, him here, because again, we have guys like Randy Arozarena and Polo, who aren't maybe as flashy, and again, we need good role players, but you need your stars to step up. 0-1 pitch, fouled off low and away by Latz, who's coming in here for Leiter. So Leiter is done. Finding the count now 0-2 to Ben Williamson. Let's go, baby. 0-2 pitch, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Jacob Latz to Ben Williamson. 17 games, 3.22 ERA. 1-2 pitch, and big strikeout looking. I would have substituted Ben Williamson for Miles Mastrobuoni right there. So that way he would have been able to have an at-bat in the 7th and the 9th. But again, that's Dan Wilson. Should have bunted. Next up, J.P. Crawford. 0 for 3 with a K. If you bunt, you'll be safe. Just saying. I mean, especially in a game like this, we just need guys to get on. Unless these pitchers have meltdowns where we get a couple walks, we get a couple guys plunked, we don't have that luxury anymore. Let's go, baby. First pitch to JP, doesn't bunt, lines out to left, 2 away. What a wasted at-bat. JP's at-bats have been like Julio's when he's not getting anything. It's not been good. And again, it's hard to win, when you don't have your Victor Robles or JP Crawford doing good things at the top of the order. You have to have someone productive at the top to be consistent, and JP has not. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez having a great day like Evan Carter. Both of center fielders on the Rangers and the Mariners are 3 for 3. But again, like I mentioned, whenever Julio has a great game, a lot of times nobody else does anything. And again, I always pay attention to all the stats and the analytics, but we did get Garver and Randy to do something. So it's not just Julio. And Cal has a hit, but he's left a couple guys stranded as well. And hopefully Julio will be able to find a way to take the lead for us here. Come on, J-Rod. You the man, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You the man. Let's go. Asking kind of a lot for a guy to go 4 for 4. But he's 7 for 12 in the series with 3 singles. And now we're having a mound visit there. They're trying to figure out the right approach to pitch to Julio here. And then we got a pitch comm issue by Latz. Pitch comm is broken. Let's go, baby. Try to go for your 4th hit today. But it would be really awesome if he could go yard, so that way we have a 2-1 lead. Because if he goes yard here, who knows? That could be the final score, 2-1. We'll see if the, bullpen is good for the Mariners or good for the Rangers. We've got a few more innings to go. First pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. Behind in the count 0-1 from Latz to Rodriguez. Latz is a lefty, and Julio digging in. And then another pitch comm issue. Oh, 1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Julio. Behind in the count 0-2. Come on, J-Rod. And we've had to really scrap just to tie this fucking game up. Top of the 7th, we're knotted up at 1. Julio is 3 for 3, like Evan Carter, the center fielder for the Rangers. He's 3 for 3 as well. We haven't really got a whole lot of production. from everyone else. 13 career 4-hit games last time he did it, September 21st, 2024 at Texas. And down goes Julio. So I guess he can't go 4 for 4. 3 was his max. And that is the end of the Mariners in the top of the 7th inning. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th and see who's up next for the Rangers. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. And we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. And Legomina is coming in. I don't know if I like that. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K, DHing Kyle Higashioka. Batting second, first baseman Josh Smith. And batting third, shortstop Corey Seager. And hopefully Legomina doesn't blow the game here. Hopefully Casey does a good job. There we go. We're at 40. 10 more to go with about 3 innings to go unless it goes extras. Good job, Captain. We need all the good luck charms that we can get. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1-1, Mariners and Rangers. Heat wave here in the Pacific Northwest, where it's going to be 90 for about 3 days in a row. That's a little bit too hot for my liking, but I'll be able to spend some time with my pup here after this, and hopefully we can find a way to celebrate a victory and a series victory as well. And then we got a 4-game set at home at T-Mobile against the Kansas City Royals and Bobby Witt Jr. Can't wait for that. And then we have a 3-game set with the Pittsburgh Pirates after that, and next Friday, I will be in Seattle for the Pirates and the Mariners for the 4th of July. A new tradition for me and my best friend out there. We went last year against the Orioles on the 4th of July when they were a very good team, and we ended up getting the dub. And I think we have a good chance of getting the dub against the Pirates as well. Hopefully I can get a foul ball or two. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Rangers. I mean, it's as even as it can get. And again, it's always going to be competitive when we play the Rangers, the Astros, the Athletics, or the Angels. The records go out the window. And if anyone has played us, neck and neck, toe to toe, fist for fist, it's the Rangers. And again, both games that we played previous to this one went extra innings. And we'll see where it goes. So we got Raleigh with 32. Judge just has 30 now. Otani 29. Eugenio Suarez 25 with Schwarber. So if we can get Suarez to come back to the Mariners, we'll have 2 of the top 4 home run leaders, even though Suarez is tied with Schwarber. And Judge has 2 home runs today. He was at 28. Now he's at 30. Aaron Judge is creeping. 0-2 pitch. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Legomina to Higashioka. And hopefully Legomina doesn't let us down here. One-two pitch, in play, and flied out to left, deep left field as well. 1 away. Down goes Higashioka. Thank God. See ya, Kyle. Next up, first baseman, who's having a great day, 2 for 2 with a walk, Josh Smith. First pitch fouled off. right down the middle, four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Casey Legomina. 30 games, 3.52 ERA, 30.2 innings, 33 Ks to 15 walks. Not the most trustworthy guy, but not the worst as well. Not like Zach Pop at this time. But again, we've seen Snyder and Legomina and Pop give up 6-7 runs and extra innings to make us lose. So even though Legomina might not be as bad as he was a while back, still have to be cautious when he's on the mound. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. We're knotted up at 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Smith. Come on, Casey, let's go, baby. One-two pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Josh Smith. Let's go, M's. We want this series victory. 4-game set. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I will be live for all of them. Good thing that Legomina didn't give up a fucking home run to Higashioka right there. That might have been the end of us if that would have happened on that previous at-bat. 1-2 pitch, fouled off again. 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Legomina trying to throw through the hitter. 4 out of the 5 pitches have been right in the middle of the strike zone, which makes me a little nervous. You're not fucking Nolan Ryan, Legomina. 1-2 pitch, high and away. Finally goes outside again. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Legomina to Smith. 2-2 pitch, low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Smith. Got to get him out here. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. High and in the strike zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on and 1 out. Legomina on the mound, Josh Smith in the box. Come on, baby. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him. 2 away. Nice job by Legomina. That's the good Legomina that we like, baby. 2 away. All right, we're 1 more out away. And again, Seager is homered in game 1 and game 2. We cannot afford a homer here. Next up, and hopefully the last batter in the bottom of the 7th for the Rangers, Corey Seager. Grounded out to the shortstop. Figured he was going to be punched out there. We'll take it. Nice ground out, nice out, 2 away. Figured it would be a strikeout or a ground out. There it was. All right, next up is Corey Seager. First pitch. High and inside with the 4-seam fastball. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch by Legomina. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike from Legomina to Seager. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get it here in this game to help us win. 7 more likes to 50. Let's go. We're at 43, 7 more to go. Bottom of the 7th, 1-1 game. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Legomina to Seager. That changeup misses the zone by a foot. 88 miles an hour by Legomina. So far, so good for Casey. And hopefully he'll be able to get us out of this inning unscathed. And he does. There we go. Nice job by Legomina. Much better than what he was, a while back. So fantastic. Very similar to what we would expect from Brash and Bizzardo if they were in the game. Now we go to the top of the 8th, and hopefully we can take the lead here. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, Luke Raley. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and a K, Randy Arozarena. So we actually have a pretty good lineup here for this inning. So hopefully we can make some magic happen. even if that means if, Cal has a solo dinger and that's all we get the rest of the game, that might be the difference of winning 2-1 compared to losing 2-1. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. We'll take singles. We'll take doubles. We'll take triples. But we really need that home run from you, Cal. All right, we're at 44. 6 more likes to get to 50. Let's get there, baby. We're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. And we're at 44. 6 more likes to hit the goal for the stream. Top of the 8th inning, we're knotted up at 1. Cal's got a hit, but he's left runners stranded in his second and third at bat. Hopefully we get something good here. First pitch, takes a strike swinging, low and away. Batting from the right side now for the first time today. 0-1 count. One pitch in play, and Raleigh flies out to center. Fuck, 1 away. Still love you, Cal. Next up, 0 for 3 with a K, first baseman Luke Raley. Man, got to have Mastroboni and Solano come in at some point. First pitch, fouled off, low and away by Latz to Raley. 0-1 count. Top of the 8th, we're knotted up at 1. Let's go, baby. Unfortunate we couldn't get that big homer by Cal today. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away, behind in the count 0-2 from Latz to Raley. Come on, Luke. Oh-2 pitch, low and away with that slider, 82 miles an hour, 1 ball and 2 strikes from Latz to Raley. Come on, Luke, be a hero. We need that electricity. Let's go, Luke. And then, in one of those kind of rare instances, 1 more run scored for the Rangers or Mariners could be the difference in the final score. 1-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. We're tied up at 1. Who wants this series win more, the Rangers or the Mariners? Let's go. Raley's 0 for 3. Don't go 0 for 4 today, my guy. Top of the 8th, tied up at 1. Latz on the mound, Luke Raley in the box. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Come on, Mariners. Trident's up. One-two pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Two-two pitch, low and away. Count is full. Take the walk, Luke. I mean, you're already 0 for 3. Take the walk if it's there. And there it is, baby. I love it. 7-pitch walk. Nice job by Luke. Not trying to be a fucking hero and swing for the fucking moon. Nice job. That might be the difference between him coming home or not. Here we go. Luke on board at first with 1 out. Here we go. Is this the inning where we get it done? Next up is left fielder Randy Arozarena. Let's go, Randy. Let's open this game up, baby. First pitch, low and away. 1-0 count. Latz is starting to get a little tired and wild. Maybe we don't even need to swing and we can get on with a couple walks. Let's go. 4 more likes to 50, Captain says. Let's get it, baby. And we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. Top of the 8th, we're knotted up at 1. Runner at first with the walk by Luke Rayleigh. Good eyes by him. 1-0 pitch in play. And fielder's choice, Randy hits into that fielder's choice. Rayleigh is out at second, 2 away. All right, Dominic Canzone. Can you be the guy? You hit a homer yesterday. See if we can continue this inning. On deck is Mitch Garver. Oh, they're going to have Donovan Solano hit. Finally, they listen. Here we go. Let's go, Solano. Solano coming in for Canzone, and I'm okay with that. First pitch for Solano, low and away. Good eye, 1-0 count. And now we need Miles Mastrobuoni, maybe that last piece in the 9th inning. And that could be the difference. Let's go, Donovan. 256 average, 3 homers, 16 ribbies. But as of late, he's been one of the hottest hitters, not only on the Mariners, but MLB with his last 50 plate appearances. So hopefully that'll continue here. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees. I like this. 2-0 count. Ooh, baby. He's losing it. 2-0 pitch, high and away. 3-0 count. Ooh, I like this. Here we go. And we don't need him to be a hero here with the 3-0 count. Just take the walk. Even if the next pitch is a strike right down the middle, just be patient. You know, the chances of him throwing 3 strikes in a row in this at-bat, already be down 3-0, not likely. 3-0 pitch, takes the strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Here from Latz to Solano. Let's go, Donovan. If it's right there, swing, but take the walk if it's there as well. Top of the 8th with a runner at first and 2 outs. 1-1 tie, 3 balls and 1 strike. From Latz to Solano. Come on, Don. Crucial part of the game here. 3-1 pitch, fouled off. If he wouldn't have swung, it would have been a strike anyways. Paints the corner beautifully. Latz. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs. We're running out of time here. 1-1 tie. Come on, Solano. Be a hero. Let's go, Solano. Three-one pitch. And that is the end of the Mariners there. And we leave them stranded. Still knotted up at 1. And hopefully when we bring in Miles Mastrobuoni in the 9th, hopefully that might be the guy that makes the difference. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th and see who's up next here for the Rangers. Next up for the Rangers, 1 for 3, second baseman Marcus Semien. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, right fielder Adalis Garcia. And batting third, 0 for 3, catcher Jonah Heim. Trident's up, let's go M's. And what are we doing after Legomina here? Who are we bringing in? That is the question. Are you going to have Legomina pitch again? Or are you going to go with a different pitcher here? I mean, Legomina did pretty good, but I guess it really just depends on personal preference here. One run, 7 hits for the Mariners. 1 run, 7 hits for the Rangers. I mean, it's dead even. They have an error, we don't. It's always going to be tough playing this team, no matter what. home or on the road. Let them know. And we're almost there. 4 more to go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. You haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 or more before the stream ends. Got a couple innings to go. And we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. And now they're moving Luke Rayleigh to right field. Solano will go to first. And they're going to stick with Legomina again. Hopefully that's the right decision. First pitch from Legomina to Simeon. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, high and away. Paints the corner. Should have been a strike. The ump doesn't give him the call. Terrible. 1 ball and 1 strike from Legomina to Simeon. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Marcus Simeon. And the ump has actually been pretty good today. You know, overall, there's only been like a missed call or 2 for each team. So ump has actually been pretty good today overall. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Legomina to Simeon. Come on, Casey. 2-2 pitch, fouled off, low and at the hips. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Legomina. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. 1-1 tie with the Mariners and the Rangers. Both teams have 7 hits apiece, and it's been a battle. Both games prior to this went extra innings, and we have a chance for it to go extras in this game as well. 2-2 pitch, and Simeon strikes out swinging, baby. There we go. 2 away. Or 1 away, excuse me. Next up is Adolis Garcia. Hopefully Adolis will make it 2 away. Bottom of the 8th with 1 out. 1-1 time. Garcia in the box. Legomina on the mound. First pitch from Casey. High and away. 4-seam fastball. 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking. On the line. 1 ball and 1 strike from Legomina to Garcia. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Legomina on the mound. Adolis Garcia in the box. I mean, at this point, I'll take a win any way we can get it. If that means that we have to win 2-1 and 10, 11, or 12, so be it. But it would be great to win in regulation, but we haven't been able to do that in the last 2 games. So 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nice punch out there by Casey Legomina. He's been awesome today. 2 away. And potentially the last batter here in the bottom of the 8th, hopefully. Catcher Jonah Heim. Come on, Casey. Finish strong, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Legomina. 0-1 pitch. Grounds out to second. Throw to first. Got him. Here we go. Go to the top of the 9th and let's fucking win this game. Next up, the hero so far in the game, catcher Mitch Garver. Will he do it again? Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K. Second baseman Cole Young. Put in Miles Mastroboni. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a K. Third baseman Ben Williamson. You got to put Mastroboni in for Cole or for Ben. I'm managing the team. I would probably go Garver, Mastrobuoni, Williamson. I think that's probably how I would go about it. Since Ben Williamson has a hit and Cole doesn't have one yet today. So I think that's where I would go. Yeah, and we're not going to see Bizzardo probably either. You know, we're not going to see Brash, Bizzardo, or Munoz. So, you know, in the bottom, you know, in the ninth, you know, maybe Vargas or Thornton. Maybe that's the route that they're going to go, and that's really iffy. But again, we'll see if it works. But if we end up taking the lead, it might be, you know, enough momentum where it won't matter. Let's go, Mitch. Let's go, Cole. Let's go, Ben. Got to find a way to get Miles in the game. Miles can pitch. Miles can defend. Miles can hit. A little bit more trustworthy of a hitter than those three guys, Garver, Young, and Williamson. You know, you don't want to just let a piece sit there and not help the team win, especially when the game is tied 1-1. It could go either way. Damn right, Ben. We need this win. And we got a 4-game set at home against the Royals. So if we win today, we might be able to win 3 out of 4. If we lose today, you know, we might split. So, you know, this is really big, not only for the series win, but for momentum for the Mariners. And let's see if Mitch Garver can be the hero today. Maybe this will be the Mitch Garver game. First pitch to Mitch Garver, high and away, 1-0 count. Let's go, Mitch. And the City Connects look swaggy. Love the color of blue with that yellow. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Latz to Garver. Top of the ninth, we're knotted up at 1. And if you're just tuning in, you know, not a whole lot of offense in the game. Young singled to right. Carter scored in the top or the bottom of the second, 1-0 Rangers. And Garver singled to left. Arozarena scored, and that was in the top of the 6th to make it 1-1. So almost an identical, you know, way of scoring in this particular matchup. 1-1 pitch, high and inside by Latz. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. Come on, Mitch. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Latz on the mound, Garver in the box. Come on, Mitch. Two pitch, fouled off high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the ninth. We're tied up at 1. And again, it's kind of crazy on, like, we literally mirror them, you know, every detail. You know, our center fielder did good with Julio, 3 hits. So did Evan, you know, Carter on the opposite side. They get a nice little RBI single. We got an RBI single. And Garver on the 2-2 pitch strikes out swinging. Nice pitch by Latz. 1 away. Bring in Miles Mastrobuoni. Got to bring him in. But they decide to go with Cole Young. Maybe Cole can be a hero. I mean, I would be cool with Bizzardo. First pitch, low and away. 1-0 count. Now, if Cole can take a walk, you know, that might be the best thing at this point. 1-0 pitch, low and away, 2-0 count. Take the walk, Cole. If he can't hit the zone, don't swing. I mean, you're already 0 for 3, you know, trying to swing and hit, and you haven't been able to do it. So you got to take a different approach here late. They got Vargas and Bizzardo in the pen. So it'll be one of those two. 2-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle from Latz. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Latz on the mound, Cole Young in the box. And obviously I would rather have Bizzardo come in than Vargas. But you never know. Vargas might end up pitching okay like Legomina did. 2-1 pitch, low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike from Latz to Young. Take the fucking walk, Cole. That could be the difference between us winning and losing. 3-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Let's just get Cole on with a walk, please. I mean, unless he's good enough to get the single, but been a little off today. 0 for 3. Come on, Cole. Top of the 9th, 1-1 tie. Latz on the mound. Cole Young in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full with 1 out. Come on, Cole. Let me see a walk or a base hit. Come on, Young. 3-2 pitch in play. And yes, a ground rule double. Let's go. Wow. What great timing by Cole Young, my boy. Let's go. We might win now. Let's get it. Great job, especially being 0 for 3. Wow. Let's go. Way to bring the electricity, Cole. Next up is Ben Williamson. But again, I would probably substitute Miles Mastrobuoni in this situation. But let's see if Ben can end up getting the job done. Nice to see the rookies from the Tacoma Rainiers, our AAA affiliate, get the job done. Nice job. Here we go. First pitch from Latz to Williamson. 1-0 count. Let's take another walk or get into a good position to get an RBI single here. Let's go. 1-0 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes from Latz to Williamson. Now, if I was the Rangers, I would be pulling this pitcher. But again, as Mariner fans, keep him in there. You know, this will give us a good chance, hopefully, to get a 2-1 or a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. Let's go. Yeah, every game, Flying Monk, is just so close. You know, even the way that we scored our runs today and how they scored their runs. They had a center fielder that got 3 hits. We have a center fielder with 3 hits. They got an RBI single from a guy at second. We got an RBI single with a guy at second. So, you know, it's almost like looking in the fucking mirror, or that Spider-Man meme where they're like pointing at each other, you know, regardless of records, you know, and I think they're going to pull the pitcher now. You know, they must have heard me, because I know I would have at that point. Yeah, I mean, the only time that I'm going to miss a Mariner stream is for a WWE stream. And again, the Night of Champions was on at 10 a.m. and a lot of the people that normally come through were busy. So I did the Mariner game yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, the next time that we end up doing a WWE event will be, I think, SummerSlam. So, again, we're going to be doing pretty much Mariners every single day until we get to that point. So, I mean, my goal was to do, you know, 150 to 155 games out of 162. And if I miss 5 or 6 games, it's only going to be because of a big PLE or pay-per-view from WWE. So that'll be the only thing that we'll, you know, substitute for. All right, Jackson is coming in, and Williamson is in the box with a 2-0 count. And well, hopefully Jackson will be a little shaky, the lefty, and we can get the job done here. Yeah, I'm going to be in Seattle next Friday. So I will be at the game against the Pirates, but unfortunately, it won't be when Skeens pitches. Skeens will be pitching against the Cardinals in the previous series, and we have a 3-game set. So we're going to miss him, which kind of sucks because I was really hoping that I would get to watch him in person, even if that meant that the Mariners might have a chance to lose if he pitches well. But, you know, hopefully the next time, if I end up seeing the Pirates, you know, I'll be able to see Skeens in person. But, you know, obviously with the pitchers that they have lined up, the Mariners should have a good chance to win 2 out of 3 against the Pirates, if not sweep. And we should have a good chance, if we win today, to win 3 out of 4 against the Royals. If we lose, then we'll probably split 2-2 with the Royals, with Bobby Witt Jr. So, but we got a 4-game set. We fly home from Texas right as soon as this game is over to go back home to Seattle, to T-Mobile. And then we'll have our first game of 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Royals and Bobby Witt Jr. And I believe the game starts at 6:40 Pacific tomorrow. So we'll have a few evening games, and hopefully the crowd will give us that energy to get the job done here. Yeah, you can pull a pitcher at any given time. All right, Luke Jackson on the mound. 2-0 pitch to Ben Williamson. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at second and 1 out. Ben Williamson in the box. Jackson on the mound. Let's go, Big Ben. If it was me, I probably would have substituted Williamson for Mastroboni at third. But we'll see if Ben can be a hero like Cole was. 2-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with the runner at second and 1 out. We're knotted up at 1 here late. First 2 games ended up going into extra innings. We won 1, the Rangers won 1, and we're trying to win the series here. 2-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jackson to Williamson. And we should be approaching the 50 like number and beyond. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do. I mean, we got 113 people in the room. You should be able to hit 60 or 70 likes. And we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. Top of the 9th inning. Runner at second. Cole Young with a ground rule double after being 0 for 3. Huge. 2-2 pitch in play. And fouled out to right. Damn it. 2 away. Should have brought in Mastroboni. Now back at the top of the order, 0 for 4 with a K, JP Crawford. And again, normally, you know, we're excited when we have JP in the box, but lately on this road trip, he really hasn't been very good. Hopefully he'll be able to get something here, and that'll carry over into the Royal Series, but it hasn't been pretty for JP lately. First pitch, takes a strike looking high and away, 0-1 count. Top of the 9th with a runner at second, Cole Young, ground rule double after being 0 for 3. And Jackson on the mound, JP Crawford in the box. What are we at on the likes, Captain? All day. 0-1 pitch, incoming here momentarily. Oh, 1 pitch in play. And Crawford with an infield single to first, and Cole is able to get to third. Great job. Here we go. And this is exactly who we would want up in this situation. Normally when Julio plays great, nobody else does anything. He's 3 for 4 today with a K with runners at first and third. He gets a single here. We go up 2-1, we win. Bottom line. And again, obviously, if we get a 3-run homer, we win. If he ends up getting a double and we get 2 guys to score and we're up 3-1, we win. So bottom line, Julio gets a hit. More than likely, we win. 2-1, 3-1, or 4-1, but it is Julio. First pitch to Julio. Fuck! Julio grounds out to third, and that is the end of the Mariners. Brutal. Come on, J-Rod. Jesus. Tough, man. Finally has a good game, and that's what he does? Fucking A, dude. This is going to go extra innings. I mean, unless we have a fucking epic meltdown, whoever we bring in. But we do have Bizzardo or Vargas, so hopefully they're smart and they go Bizzardo. Because if they go Vargas, we might lose in 9. But if they go, I'd rather see Bizzardo here. And if you're going to go Vargas later, fine. But, I mean, I would rather just see Bizzardo, for an inning or 2. But we will see. All right, here we go. Julio can't be clutch, Hopefully he'll have a clutch gene in his body at some point before his career is up. Next up, 3 for 3 with a run, center fielder Evan Carter. Batting second, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a K, third baseman Josh Young. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K, left fielder Alejandro Osuna. Bottom of the 9th, we're tied up at 1. But as long as the pitching is good, it feels like this is going to go into extra innings again in 10, 11, or 12, and the winner is going to win 2-1. And normally we're not really built to win games like this, but we will find out. I still have faith that we can win this game, but man, Missed opportunity by Julio. I mean, all he needed to do is get a single, and we could have possibly won 2-1. But we'll find out how good the pitching is. And they're bringing in Bizzardo. That's a good choice. And he's the most trustworthy guy we have in the pen besides Matt Brash. So, but pretty crazy to have every game potentially go extra innings. But we'll see if we can get to that point here. First pitch from Bizzardo to Evan Carter, who's 3 for 3. Takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away. Tries to paint the corner and barely misses. 1 ball and 1 strike to Evan Carter. 1-1 pitch. Inside at the hips. 2 balls and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Carter. There we go. We got to 60. Let's see if we can get to 70 before the game ends. We got enough people in the room to do it. 2 balls and 1 strike to Evan Carter. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bizzardo, one of the most trustworthy pitchers for the Mariners, not named Matt Brash. So it's one of our top 2. You know, bringing in Vargas, he could definitely fuck up. And we might have to bring in Vargas in the 10th or the 11th, but let's see if we can just get to that point. Let's go M's. We're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. 2-2 pitch in play. Grounds out to second. Throw to first. Got him. 1 away. Here we go. And that was the batter that we needed to get out, especially being 3 for 3. Next up, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a K. Third baseman Josh Young had an error early today. And hopefully we can get Young out. Alejandro Osuna on deck. Let's go, baby. Finish strong here, Bizzardo. Bizzardo on the mound. Josh Young in the box. First pitch, low and away with that sinker, 1-0 count. Bottom of the 9th, we're knotted up at 1. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Bizzardo to Young. Come on, Mariners, we have to pitch strong. In game 1, we won 7-6 in 12 innings. We lost yesterday 3-2 and 10. And this one is approaching extras as well if we can get there. 2-0 pitch, fouled off at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Bizzardo on the mound, Josh Young in the box. Come on, Bizzardo. Always a tough series against this Ranger team. You know, records go out the window. 2-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking. Right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Bizzardo on the mound. Young in the box. Come on, baby. Let's go. Finish strong. Two-two pitch, fouled off high and inside. My record at Mariner games is really good. I mean, I've gone to like 9 games. I think the Mariners are 8-1 in the games that I've been to. 2-2 pitch, and Young strikes out swinging. And I've gotten 3 baseballs out of 9 games. You know, my best friend Justin has been to 50 games. By living in LA and in Oregon, going to Dodger games and Mariner games, he's been to like 50 plus games. He's got 0 baseballs. So, hopefully I can help him get a ball when we go on the 4th of July. Obviously getting a Cal Raleigh ball is the goal. All right, 2 away, 1 more batter. Potentially 0 for 3 with a K, left fielder Alejandro Osuna. First pitch from Edward Bizzardo. Takes a strike looking on the line, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away with the slider, 82 miles an hour by Bizzardo. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. We're knotted up at 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Let him know all day. Come on, Bizzardo. Strikeout, fly out, and lie out by Osuna today. 149 average with 0 homers and 2 ribbies, so this should be someone we get out, you would think. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. 1 more strike, and we go to extra innings. Let's go. Find a way to win this game 2-1 in 10, 11, or 12. One-two pitch, high and away with that sinker. Tries to paint the corner and just misses it. 96 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. 1-1 tie in the bottom of the 9th. Mariners and Rangers. Come on, Bizzardo. 2-2 pitch in play. And a fucking single by Osuna. You got to be kidding me. Nice base knock by Osuna. Next up, DHing Kyle Higashioka, 0 for 3 with a K, the former Padre and Yankee. Come on, Mariners. Now we just need a very simple force out at second, strikeout, pop up, ground out, strikeout looking, strikeout swinging, all of the above. First pitch from Bizzardo to Higashioka, low and away with that slider, 80 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Come on, baby. Let's go. Find a way to get out of this. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first with 2 outs. Haggerty still on the bench for the Rangers. Mastroboni still on the bench for the Mariners. We might see them in extras. 1-1 pitch. Low and away. Or inside, excuse me, with that slider. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. Bizzardo on the mound. Higashioka in the box. Come on, baby. And with Kyle, a strikeout and 2 flyouts. He's batting .215 for the year. 1 homer and 16 ribbies. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. High and in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner at first. 1-1 tie, 1 more strike, and we're going to extras. Come on, Bizzardo. Bizzardo on the mound. Kyle Higashioka in the box. Come on, Bizzardo. Bottom of the 9th. 2-2 pitch. High and away. Look, count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second now. As you see, Osuna stealing second. I wonder if they're going to review that or not. It was close. Mariners are challenging. Let's take a look at the replay here. Good throw by Cal. Young is there. Oh, he's out. He's out. It looks like he's out, but we'll see. I think he's out. It looks like he's out, by 1 inch or 2. I mean, it's really close, but it's kind of hard to be able to determine where he touches him at this point, but it looks like he's out. And if he's out, then we're going into extras. We had another 50-50 play in game number 1 with Randy coming home where it could have literally went either way. This one, looks like he got him with maybe about 1 inch to spare before his finger went into second base, but let's see. Wow, they say he's safe. Unreal. Wow, I wonder if that's a home call. Unbelievable. Look like out if you look at those angles. Wow. All right, well, we're not going to let that affect the outcome. 3-2 pitch, fouled off high and inside. Bottom of the ninth now with a runner at second and 2 outs, tied up at 1. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs from Pizzardo to Higashioka. Come on, Pizzardo, let's go. Bring that electricity. We don't even need a punch out. We just need an out. And here we go. Got him. Thank God. Here we go. I think that was a little bit of karma, you know. We got the cheap pop-up after he was already out at second, in my opinion. And again, I'm not going to just call, things for the Mariners. If, we're out, no bias. And we ended up getting that nice pop-up 2 pitches later, and we'll take that. All right, 1 run, 9 hits for the Mariners, 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error for the Rangers. It's anybody's game, and this is the 3rd consecutive game that we're going into extra innings. We won 1 game, 7-6. We lost yesterday, 3-2. Time for us to fucking win the series and win 2-1. Leading off for the Mariners, 1 for 4. Is this the time where we get the home run by Big Dumper Cal Raleigh for number 33? Fucking sure as hell hope so. Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a base on ball and a K. First baseman Luke Raley, even though they had him move, I think, to right field for Donovan Solano. And batting third, 1 for 4 with a run and a K, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Have Miles Mastroboni pinch hit for Raley. Yeah, great job by Pizzardo. And again, he is the second best guy on the team besides Brash. Better than everyone else. Even Munoz is, Pizzardo and Brash are more trustworthy than Munoz lately. Got to stick with those guys. And if we would have stuck with Brash yesterday, we would have won. But again, they went for the traditional, closer. And again, Munoz had an ERA of 0 in his first 50 games, but within the last month and a half, he's not been the greatest. He's had 3 outings where he's either lost us the game or potentially almost lost us the game, like he did yesterday, where he lost the game for us. All right, we got a ghost runner at second with Big Dumper in the box. Let's go. First pitch to Cal Raleigh, high and away, 1-0 count. Come on, Cal. And we got Julio, the runner at second, with great speed there. Let's go, Cal. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. Luke Jackson on the mound, Cal Raleigh in the box. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. You haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 75 likes before the stream ends. And we're still looking for another dono on our dono train. We're at 5, 95 to go. And Cal Raleigh intentionally walked after taking 2 balls. Not surprised. All right, Cal's at first now with Julio at second. Next up is Luke Raley. Come on, Luke. First pitch, low and in the zone for a ball. Should have been called strike. Terrible call by that ump. He needs fucking LASIK. And again, the ref ump has been actually pretty good today. There hasn't been too many missed calls, but we just hit 70 likes. 5 more to get to 75. Let's go. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Jackson to Raley. We're at 70. 10 more to get to 80. 5 more to get to 75. But with 122 people in the room, essentially, we could get to 100. Smash that like button to help us with the metrics. Top of the 10th, 1-1 tie. Runners at first and second. And we got 2 balls and no strikes from Luke Jackson to Luke Raley. Raley dropping the bunt down. Safe. Oh, he called him out. Wow, that's close. Wow, what hustle by Luke Raley. And I've been talking about bunting all day and all night. And I don't know if they want to look at that as well, but that was close. Runners at second and third now, moving over, but what an attempt there. And they're going to automatically intentionally walk Randy Arozarena. But wow, what effort by Luke Raley. And now we got bases loaded with one out with Donovan Solano, and he is out at first, but hell of an effort there. And Randy goes to first, and now we have bases loaded. This is the best chance that we've had all game to try to win this. And now we got Donovan Solano in the box. Come on, Donovan. First pitch to Solano, low and away. And we might be able to get a run in by not even swinging, by just getting 4 balls and having that freebie come in from third base. Come on, Solano. We want to win this series, baby. Top of the 10th, bases loaded, intentionally walked Cal, intentionally walked Randy. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to Donovan Solano. Luke Jackson on the mound, Solano in the box. Let's go, Don. I mean, even if we just get an RBI single and we go up 2-1, that's fine. You know, the game has been 1-1 forever. You know, again, best case scenario, grand salami, and then we end up winning 5-1. But, you know, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. I mean, there's a number of things that could happen here. But, again, no double plays and get the RBI single or the walk so we can bring in that runner from third home. Julio at third, Cal at second, Randy at first. Solano, yes, let's go! Yes, Julio comes home. Woo! Go home. Oh, Cal got out at second, or at home. Shit. Cal tried to get in there and get that other run. I would have just had him stay at third. I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, we tried to go up 3-1, but at least we end up getting that second run to come home. Nice job by Solano with that single to left, but I would have pumped the brakes on Cal. You know, he's not that fast, and he ends up getting called out at home there. But is he out at home, though? I don't know. We've had a couple questionable, you know, kind of so-so plays, you know, with the runner at first, but they're not going to challenge. And that's 2 away. 2-1 Mariner lead. Let's go. Next up is Mitch Garver. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 count. ESPN needs to update here on this other end to my scoreboard, so give me a sec here. And Garver, here we go. Garver, go, go, go. Garver singles to left. Randy Arozarena, run. He scores. Boom. 3-1 Mariners. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Woo. Fuck yeah. Way to be fucking Mitch. And again, you never know who's going to be a fucking hero. Let's go. We fucking just won this game. And now Cole Young intentionally walked. And that's a problem. You know, if you're going to intentionally walk 2 or 3 guys and make it, you know, bases loaded or runners at first and second or second and third, you're going to run the risk of it blowing up in your face. And that's exactly what happened. Thank you so much. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got bases loaded for Ben Williamson, and we're going to win this game without even seeing Miles Mastroboni. Unbelievable. And again, tag on Cal at home. He tagged twice. I'm not sure if he got air or actually got him. And as well as that Luke Raley throw to first. We've had 3 plays that have been very close. Raley was out at first, but Cal at home, they didn't challenge it. But, you know, he looked out, but after the second replay, you know, it looked like he missed the first time and tagged again. And I don't know if he really got him or not. But, you know, nonetheless, we ended up scoring 2, and that's what really fucking matters. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Luke Jackson to Ben Williamson. We're on the brink of winning this, baby. Let's go. You got to be able to have the faith. And again, we were getting our ass kicked 1-0 for like 5-6 innings. And again, I'm going to be that guy to give you that assurance that, you know, it can happen. You just have to be patient. And again, a lot of baseball fans in general don't really have the patience. And even myself, you know, it gets stretched a little bit. And down goes Ben Williamson, but it's okay. Luke Jackson, he ended up winning the game for us here by shitty pitching and bad decision-making by intentionally walking 3 batters, and we made you pay. Let's go. Time to win the fucking game now. And now I assume they're going to bring in Carlos Vargas. And as long as Vargas doesn't fuck up, we should be good to go here. Nice job, Mariners. Let's go. Fuck yeah. We needed this too, because again, winning 2 out of 3 is huge, and we got a 4-game set against Bobby Witt Jr. back in Seattle at T-Mobile Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I really felt if we won this game, we might have a chance to win 3 out of 4. We lose this game, we're probably going to split 2-2. So again, and then we have the Pirates after that. So if we can win 3 out of 4 against the Royals, and we can sweep the Pirates or win 2 out of 3, we're going to be, hopefully making a little bit of ground on the Astros, but unfortunately the Astros are the hottest team in baseball in the last month. And then the previous month to that, the Mariners ended up having that 9 consecutive series win streak where we were the hottest team in baseball. So, you would just hope that the hottest team in baseball wouldn't stay in our division. But, the Astros are a fucking good team, just like the Yankees and the Tigers in the American League. But huge production there late. And if we'll just do a quick recap for everyone. So in the bottom of the second, Young singled to right, Carter scored 1-0 Texas. Then in the top of the 6th, Garver singled to left, Randy Arozarena scored. So we almost scored identically with the RBI singles in the 2nd and in the 6th, and it made it 1-1. There in the top of the 10th, Solano singled to left, Julio scored, Randy to 2nd. Raleigh should have stayed at 3rd, but got called out at home, 2-1 Mariners. Then Garver singled to left, Randy scored, Garver into 2nd, Solano into 3rd, 3-1. But if Cal would have stayed at 3rd, maybe we're up 4-1 at this point. But again, beggars can't be choosers. And Mitch Garver, he is the hero today. And again, I mentioned early in the game, we needed to bring in Solano or Miles Mastroboni to be the hero. And what happened? They ended up being the hero. We didn't get Miles just yet, but Solano ended up being the hero. And sometimes you just know. You've been watching this team, through and through, and we got it done. 1-0-1 pitch in play and grounded out to 2nd. Higashioka to 3rd, 1 away. And it's really a key that we got 2 runs, not just 1. And Vargas is in the game here with now a runner at 3rd and 1 out. Seager in the box, and then we have Marcus Semien on deck. Let's go, Mariners. Let's win this game 3-1 or 3-2. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help us get to 100 likes on the stream. And we're still looking for another dono on our dono train. Let them know all day. Bottom of the 10th, 3-1 Seattle lead. Fuck, wild pitch. Jesus Christ. Come on, Vargas, you fucking moron. 1-0 pitch, high and away. I mean, based on what I'm seeing out of Vargas here, man, fucking maybe we should have stuck with Bizzardo. Vargas all over the fucking place. Two 2-0 pitch. Jesus Christ. 3 pitches, 5 feet off the plate. Pull him. Get his ass out of there. You suck. You pitch like that, we're going to lose the game. 3-0 pitch. Finally a fucking strike. 3 balls and 1 strike with a runner at 3rd and 1 out. Come on, Vargas, you fucking bum. Oh. Three-one pitch. Jesus Christ. Back. See ya. Fucking A. Just like that, we should have won this game, and Vargas blows it. Seager gets a 2-run jack, 3 homers in 3 games, and now we're probably going to lose the game now. Fucking A, dude. That's why you don't bring in a motherfucker like that. Idiot. Jesus Christ. I mean, there is still a chance that we win the game, but, I mean, now it's 3-3 with 1 out. Way to lose the game for us, Vargas. Should have stuck with Bizzardo. Motherfucker. Nice job by Corey Seager. Solo dinger in the first, 2-run jack in game number 2, And a key 2-run jack here late in the 10th. Motherfuck. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Vargas is terrible. Get his ass out of there. I should have pulled him when it was 3-0. I mean, he's hit 3 homers in 3 games. You know, who's doing the scouting report? Obviously not fucking Vargas, idiot. Jesus Christ. I mean, imagine if we only would have scored 1. We would have lost the game right there, 3-2. 0-1 pitch in play, grounds out to third, 2 away. Motherfucker. Next up, 0 for 4 with 2 Ks, Adolis Garcia. You suck, fucking Vargas. Cut his ass, little bitch ass. Sick and tired of the fucking guys in the pen blowing games for us. You know how hard it was for us to get to fucking 3 runs today? First pitch, high and inside, 1-0 count. Sick and tired of these bullshit guys in the pen. If it ain't Brash or Bizzardo, everyone else can kick fucking rocks. Fuck, man. 3 homers in 3 consecutive games. Do your fucking due diligence, Vargas. You stink. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Game should have been over. I mean, worst case scenario, we win 3-2. Unbelievable. 2 flyouts and 2 strikeouts by Adolis Garcia, 223 average in 2025. Bottom of the 10th, we're knotted up at 3 because Carlos Vargas is dog shit, giving up a 2-run jack when we're up 3-1 with an emotional 1-1 game. Then we get 2 thinking we're going to win, and Vargas comes in and fucking sucks ass, gives up a 2-run homer late, you fucking bitch ass, and now we're tied up at 3. Ridiculous. And down goes Garcia, so at least we don't lose the game here in the bottom of the 10th, but we might as well after that bullshit. All right, well, we're still alive, barely, hanging on by a thread. Vargas, you fucking stink. Take off that gold chain. Fucking pawn that shit. You're not worth a damn, bastard. All right, let's go to the top of the 11th and see if we can actually win this game. Next up, 1 for 5 with a K, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, 3 for 5 with a run and a K, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, 1 for 4 with a base on ball, big dumper Cal Raleigh. So at least we actually have a decent 1-2-3 here, but fucking A, man. You know, we finally had an opportunity to win, and maybe if Cal would have stayed at third and we were up by, 4-3, maybe that would have been the difference, but fucking Carlos Vargas, you fucking bitch ass. Unbelievable. And again, if there's one player on the Rangers you don't pitch right down the middle to, it's this guy. Homered in game 1, homered in game 2, and homered in game 3. Fucking A. Brutal. All right, we got to regain our composure here now and try to find a way to win this game 4-3 now. J.P. Crawford in the box. Julio on deck. Cal Raleigh batting third. Yeah, but we don't really intentionally walk anybody, I'm just sick and tired of the fucking Zach Pops and the Carlos Vargas and the Colin Snyders and the, shitty Legominas, even though Legomina was good today. I'm just sick and tired of us working so hard to get a fucking lead and then have it be evaporated by some dumbass motherfucker pitching right down the middle to the best fucking player and having him go yard again. Unreal. First pitch from Wynn to Crawford, takes a strike looking outside of the zone. Should have been called ball, but called strike, 0-1 count. Got to bring Miles Mastrobuoni in the bottom of the 11th. Or on the top of the 12th, excuse me, if we get to that point. Pitch in play. And sack bunt to the pitcher. My God, we bunted? All right, runner gets to third, 1 away. All right, come on, Julio. 3 for 5 with a run and a K. Now you got a runner at third. Obviously, we would love a 2-run jack, but I'll be happy with this an RBI single to make it 4-3. Do your fucking job. Let's go, Julio. Trident's up. First pitch, takes a strike swinging, 0-1 count. Wow, Cal looks like he's safe at home after this replay that they're showing. First tag missed. Second tag, when it hits his thigh, his foot is already on home plate. It looks like they might have fucked up that call there, but you know, it's always good to take the time to review. 0-1 pitch in play. And Julio grounds out to third. Jesus Christ, Julio. 2 away. Motherfuck. All right. Last but not least, the best player on the team. Can you get to home run number 33? Obviously, Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani are, you know, they're getting close to you now. And they're not even going to pitch to Cal. They're going to automatically walk him like he's goddamn Barry Bonds. And now they're going to go to Luke Raley with runners at first and third. Put in Miles Mastrobuoni, damn it. Top of the 11th, runners at first and third with 2 outs. 3-3 tie. First pitch to Luke Raley. High and away, 1-0 count. Oh, come on, Luke. Be a hero. We don't even need a 3-run blast. We just need an RBI single, and we go up 4-3. But if we do hit a 3-run blast, it might be game over. But again, if they get back to Seager, maybe not. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike swinging high in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Wynn to Raley. Runners on the corners at first and third with 2 outs, and we can rally with 2 outs. But hopefully Luke can do something here. He's 0 for 4 today. Let's go 1 for 5, Luke. That's not asking too much. Do your job. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners on the corners at first and third with 2 outs with a 3-3 tie here in the top of the 11th. Come on, Mariners. We're at 80. Let's see if we can get to 100. We have 132 people in the room. We get 20 more people to like, we'll be at 100. And we're at 5 on the dono train, 95 to go. Show some love for your boy. And Raley in play. And of course, he flies out to left, leaving 2 stranded. And we stay tied up at 3. Next up for the Rangers, 0 for 4, Jonah Heim. Batting second, 3 for 4 with a run, center fielder Evan Carter. And batting third, 1 for 4 with an RBI and 2 Ks, third baseman Josh Young. Go check up on my pup. She's just chilling. It's obviously super hot out here in the Pacific Northwest, so I want to make sure she's not getting overheated or anything. We got the AC on. All right, bottom of the 11th, knotted up at 3. Whoever loses this game, it's going to hurt, you know, especially when it could have went either way. But we should have won, you know, if Vargas doesn't, you know, fuck it up. And it shows you like how many guys that we have in the bullpen that are untrustworthy. Brash, the most trustworthy guy on the team, right? Bizzardo, extremely trustworthy. Everybody else, dog shit most of the time. And then obviously Munoz is normally a great closer, but he lost the game for us yesterday. All right, Trent Thornton coming into the game. Hopefully he doesn't fuck it all up. All right, we're in the bottom of the 11th, knotted up at 3 with a ghost runner at second, Jonah Heim in the box, and Trent Thornton on the mound. They're in the building. What's good? Bottom of the 11th, runner at second. Come on, Trent Thornton. Another guy that was absolutely dog shit for us at the beginning of the year, gave up 5 homers in the first 15 games, went on the IL, and has been better lately. Bunt down for the first, and moves the runner over from second to third. Shows you, how we talk about bunting and how if you do it, it works. And you're starting to see, both teams do it a little bit here today. But, where has this been for the Mariners on a daily basis? And now we're going to intentionally walk Evan Carter. And now we got runners at first and third with 1 out, and they're looking for the double play right up the middle from Young. Bottom of the 11th, runners on the corners at first and third. It's a 3-3 game. See if we can get to 100 likes before the stream ends. And we're still only at 5 on the dono train, which is insane. 95 to go before this game is up. Yeah, Astros are the hottest team in baseball, though, Emmett, in the last month. So, teams playing against them can't find a way to win or hit or pitch well. And they're extremely hot pitching and hitting right now. So, we can't really worry about the Astros. We just got to worry about ourselves. And, if we end up being 4, 5, 6.5, 8.5 behind, so be it. As long as we can keep getting dubs on the win column and get a wild card if we don't win the division, so be it. But, they're raking right now. They're the hottest team in baseball in the last month, the Houston Astros. First pitch from Thornton to Young, high and away, 1-0 count. And, of course, Carter steals second after we intentionally walk him. Now runners at second and third with 1 out. Harder to get a double play now. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at second and third and 1 out. Come on, Thornton. Don't be like fucking Vargas and blow the game for us. Find a way. Come on, Trent. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at second and third and 1 out. We're knotted up at 3. Thornton on the mound, Young in the box. Come on, Thornton. One-two pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Young. Come on, Mariners. We got to dig deep here. Shows you how effective bunting can be. And you don't have to bunt just because you have a ghost runner at second. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Huge. 2 away. All right, 1 more out. I don't know if Thornton can do it, but we got to pray. Next up, 1 for 4 with a K, left fielder Alejandro Osuna. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. 4 more likes to 90. Let's get there. With 144 people in the room, we should be able to hit 100. And they're going to intentionally walk Osuna. I don't think I've seen the Mariners intentionally walk this many guys ever. All right, next up, the former Padre and Yankee, Kyle Higashioka, who's 0 for 4 with a run and a K. Now they have bases loaded with 2 outs. It's going to take a miracle. But the only good thing is Thornton has been better lately than he was at the beginning of the year, so at least we have that going for us. First pitch from Thornton to Higashioka, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 2 strikes away of getting out of this fucking inning with bases loaded. If Vargas didn't throw that pitch right down to the middle of Vargas, we win. But they end up getting a 2-run jack and tying it up 3-3. Mitch Garver has played well. Solano coming in late in the game has played well. We haven't seen Miles Mastrobuoni yet. Hopefully we will in the top of the 12th. 0-1 pitch. Ooh, fouled off. Behind in the count 0-2. 1 more strike. Come on, M's. Trident's up. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Higashioka. Come on, M's. Come on, baby. Find a way. Bottom of the 11th, bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-3. I mean, this is everything that you would want in a game. It's like playing wiffle ball, baseball in the backyard. You dream of these kind of moments. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 2 outs. 1 strike away from getting out of this. Come on, baby. Yeah, send Demo to AAA and bring up Harry Ford. Demo stinks. And there we go. Unbelievable. Thornton gets the punch out. Strikes out swinging. Higashioka. Higa who? Got him. There we go. Unbelievable. And you got to think, more times than not, Thornton will choke in that situation like Vargas did. Thankfully, he does not here this afternoon. Nice job, Trent. All right, now we're in the top of the 12th. Let's see if we can win this game now. Unbelievable. Next up for the Mariners. Let's see who it is. 1 for 4 with 2 runs, a baseball and ball, and a K. Randy Arozarena. Batting second, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a K. Dominic Canzone. And batting third, the hero today, 2 for 5 with 2 ribbies and 3 Ks. Mitch Garver. Got to get Miles Mastroboni in the game at some point. Jordan in the building. What's good? Let's go, Ems. Find a way. Randy, Dom, Mitch. Let's do it. Jordan in the building. What's good, brother? Oh, $10 holla with the rally bucks. I appreciate you. There we go. $8, $10 dono. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. We're at 15:85 to go. First pitch from Wynn to Randy Arozarena. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch in play. Go, go, go. Yes. And Arozarena singles to left. There we go. Runners now on the corners for our boy, Donovan Solano. Here we go. Let's see if we can win this game in the 12th. I think that we will. Here we go, baby. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a K. Now we got runners at first and third with no outs. Clutch by Randy Arozarena. Let's go. And let me know what you want to do for photos after, and I got you. If I can squeeze them in between commercial breaks, I can do that as well. First pitch to Solano, takes a strike looking high and away in the zone, 0-1 count. Top of the 12th, 3-3 tie with runners on the corners, first and third and no outs. 0-1 pitch, low and away, sinker, 95 miles an hour by Wynn. 1 ball and 1 strike to Donovan Solano. We're at 90, 10 more to get to a hundo. Let's get there. We can do it. We got 161 people in the room. And again, we still got a few more minutes until this game is done. Let's get to a hundo. We can do it. And we're at 15:85 to go on the Dono train. And I appreciate you, $8 with the tenor. Captain with the fiver. See if we get a few more. And Rayleigh scores, baby. There we go. Little slow dribbler out at first. They had no play at home. And Donovan Solano being the hero. Who would have thought that Donovan Solano and fucking Mitch Garver would end up being heroes this part of the season? that's what we're getting. And thankfully, we have both of those guys on the team. Never thought I would say that, but that's where we're at. Now, next up, Mitch Garver with a 4-3 lead. Nice hustle by Luke Rayleigh, scoring from third. That's one thing that you always are going to get from Luke Rayleigh. He might not get you hits every game or, home runs, but back. See ya! Let's go! Let's go! 3-run, no, 2-run jack by Mitch Garver. 6-3 Mariners. This fucker is over. Woo! Let's go! Mitch Garver, baby. It is the Mitch Garver game. Solano and Garv and Solano, Jordan and Pippen. Let's go! 6-3 Mariners. We ain't losing a fucking lead now like we did with fucking Carlos Vargas' bitch ass. Nice job. Next up, second baseman Cole Young. Fuck yeah. Unbelievable. It's the Mitch Garver game, baby. Woo! Let's go! Hell yeah! Especially being down 1-0 for fucking 6 innings. That was fucking huge. Young pops up and pops out at third, 2 away. Next up is Ben Williamson. Wow, Mitch Garver, Donovan Solano. Who would have thought that those guys would be so valuable at this point of the year? First pitch to Williamson, big swing and a miss, 0-1 count. And again, glad that we have a 3-run lead because, again, we gave up a 2-run jack to Seager. We can't have that happen, but if it does happen, at least we're up 3, not 2. Unbelievable. Fucking A, man. Solano and Garver. You got to think if we didn't have, and again, Garver almost fractured his jaw, and we were thinking about the Harry Ford call-up. Maybe it was good that Harry didn't get the call-up, and Mitch is continuing to help the team win. Great job. 0-1 pitch, low and out of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Wynn to Williamson. My phone is blowing the fuck up. Let's fucking go. How many O's should I put? Like 20? Yeah, baby. 1-1 pitch, fouled off high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wynn to Williamson. What a 2-run blast by fucking Garver. And a nice job by Solano as well to get Rayleigh to come in. I fucking love it. And again, this will carry over into tomorrow. We got a 4-game set back in Seattle. We get on the plane as soon as this game's over, and we're going to go against Bobby Witt Jr. And we're going to feed off this momentum. Hopefully we can win 3 out of 4 against the Kansas City Royals. Let's go, baby. 1-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. All 3 games have gone into extra innings. And again, thankful. So thankful for Solano and Garv. At the beginning of the year, you're like, fuck these guys, cut them. Same thing with with Polo and Mastroboni. First it was Polo and Garv last year, Mastroboni and Solano this year. Like, what are we doing? Bringing these guys in as Williamson is out there. But again, the damage is already done after that slow dribbler, throw to first, got him. All right, here we go. And Seager is going to be up. So again, we want to make sure we're careful in how we throw to him. So if we intentionally walk Seager, that's not going to, I wouldn't mind that. We'll see if we can actually get Smith out first. But, why pitch to Seager? We're up 3. If we were only up 1 or 2, then maybe a different scenario. But, maybe intentionally walking Seager would be the right thing. I mean, he does have 3 homers in 3 games. The last thing that we need to see is Smith get a single, Seager hit a homer, and then it's 6-5. And somehow, by a fucking miracle, they score another run, and then we go 6-6 into the 13th inning. If that happens, I don't know if we would win. But we'll see what we get here. Let's get to a hundo, baby, on both sides. Leading off 2 for 4 with a base on ball, Josh Smith. Batting second, 1 for 4 with a 2-run blast, 3 homers in 3 games, Corey Seager, stud. And batting third, 1 for 5 with a K, second baseman, Marcus Semien. And you got to remember, when the Rangers won the World Series, they were calling this guy Mr. October over Reggie Jackson, who is the original Mr. October. He might not be as good as he was, from that World Series team, but he's still fucking really solid. Best player on the team when he's healthy. Bottom of the 12th, 6-3, Mariner lead, and thank God we have a 3-run lead, not a 1-run lead or a 2-run lead, because obviously we can't hang on when we have that. But 3 runs, we should be able to win, you would think. But it's not over yet. We got to get the job done. And who's going to be our pitcher? Is it going to be Thornton again, or are they going to bring in someone else? We've gone Castillo, Legomina, Bazardo, Vargas, and Thornton. We're not going to see Brash or Munoz today. And they're going to stick with Thornton. And I think that's a good decision based on what he did last inning. First pitch, takes a strike, looking in the zone to Josh Smith, 0-1 count. I mean, you get good production out of Smith, Seager, Simeon, and Garcia, you know, from the first 4 guys in the order, and they got some role players that can do a good job, like Evan Carter, you know, especially today. But, yeah, I think Seager by far is the best player, you know, on the roster. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is inside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Smith. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike, looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Smith. One-two pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Smith. Come on, Trent. If I'm going to put a photo up of you, that means I trust you. Don't let us down. Bottom of the 12th, ghost runner at second. 6-3 lead with no outs. 2-2 pitch, fouled off low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Smith. Let's go, baby. Close the door. Let's get the job done. We don't want Smith to get on board and Seager to hit a 3-run blast to tie. Thornton on the mound, Smith in the box. In play. And grounded out to the shortstop, Higashioka to third, 1 away. Next up is Corey Seager, and they're not going to walk him intentionally. First pitch, big swing and miss. High and out of the zone, 0-1 count. Let him know, Jordan. I mean, as long as you don't throw it right down the middle to Corey, you're fine. That's really the key. You got to throw inside, outside, high, and low, but nothing in the zone, like right down the middle. He will make you fucking pay every fucking time. 0-1 pitch, inside, 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Seager. Come on, Trent. Bottom of the 12th with a runner at third with 1 out, 6-3 lead. Thank God that was a 2-run blast by Garv, and we ended up getting that RBI by Solano to get Rayleigh to come home, because honestly, with a 1 or 2-run lead, I don't know if I feel comfortable. And popped up deep. Higashioka tags up, and he is safe. 6-4. Rangers with 2 outs. Here we go. 1 more out, and we win. Here we go. What a fucking series. Next up, 1 for 5 with a K. Second baseman, Marcus Simeon. We can get him out. Come on, Thornton. First pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 0-1 count. 2 strikes away from winning the series. Let's get it. Come on, Trent. Let's go, baby. Use those goggles. LASIK, baby. Garver has actually gotten player of the game a couple times. In play, and that is it, baby. Popped up to the shortstop, and he caught it, and that is it, baby. Let's go, M's. We win the series. Final score, Mariners 6, Rangers 4 in fucking 12. Let's go. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable series. 3 straight extra inning games, baby. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go. What a fucking win, man. And again, after Seager hit that bomb, you know, things could have definitely went sideways. That was fucking huge. Let's go. Oh, baby. A-Dog, anything that you want for your dono, let me know. What do you want? What do you want? You want some Garver? You want some Solano? You want some Trent Thornton? You let me know. If there's something that you want photo-wise, let me know, my guy. I appreciate you. Well, we're going against the Royals, so I don't think it'll be at home, so I don't think it'll be extras tomorrow. Huge win, baby. My phone is blowing up. Let's go. You want some Gary Payton, the glove? I got you. Nice job, Captain. You did a great job. You and all day. Some of the best uniforms in basketball from back in the day. That one's a little too blurry for my liking. Let's see if I can find some better stuff here. Sweet jersey, though. Yeah, Thornton and Corey Seager were teammates at North Carolina, so. One of my favorites from Peyton back in the finals against Jordan. We're a bunch of fucking dogs, baby. I got you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sonics will be back. I'll give you a quick recap right here, man. All right, let's do a quick recap here for anyone that missed it. I'll go through everything that happened. So. All right, so starting off the game in the bottom of the second, Josh Young singled to right, and then Carter scored, and that ended up giving them the 1-0 lead, okay? Then early in the game, right, Mitch Garver singled to left, and Randy Arozarena scored. Then we made it 1-1 in the sixth inning, but we were down 1-0 forever for 6 innings, right? But I said, just have the faith, believe in me that we can get this done. And then Donovan Solano finally came in, and they had him pinch hit. He got a single to left. Rodriguez scored. Arozarena to second, 2-1 Mariners. Then Garver singled to left. Randy scored. Garver to second, 3-1 Mariners. Then in the bottom of the 10th, Seager homered to left center. And obviously at that point, we had Vargas come in the game when we had a 3-1 lead. He blows it, and then they tie the game up 3-3. Right, but then in the top of the 12th, we get the job done. Solano grounds out to third. Rayleigh scores 4-3. And at the very, very last, Mitch Garver does it again. Homers to left center, right? Randy was on board, and then that gave us the 6-3 lead. And then the bottom of the 12th, Seager sac fly to left. Higashioka scored from third, and we finally win the game 6-4 in 12 innings. So you got to think Garver had a big play to get us our first run in the 6th. Garver got us another one, obviously, in the 10th, and then Garver got the 2-run homer. So this was the Mitch Garver game. If we do not have Mitch Garver, we do not win. And nice job by Donovan Solano coming in. The only complaint that I have is that we didn't let Miles Mastrobuoni come in and help us. If he would have come in the 7th inning, Miles Mastrobuoni for Ben Williamson early in the game, and if he would have had 2 at-bats, maybe we don't go into extras or maybe we win earlier. But with all that said and done, we got the dub, and that's what fucking matters, right? Trident's up. Let's go M's. Yeah, I miss the Sonics as well. Trident's up. Let's go. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We ended up getting some big fucking numbers. And again, I'll be live for 4 games. Well, I'm going to be doing many, many games in a row, but we got a 4-game set. We fly back to Seattle right now, and we will be doing 4 games in a row against the Royals tomorrow, 6:40 Pacific. Mariners versus the Kansas City Royals, and Bobby Witt Jr. Be here. And I got one question for you. We know talk sports like us. Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Final score, Mariners 6, Rangers 4 and 12. Trident's up, and I'm out. Go Mariners.